Welcome, Bastronauts. This is Teal's Bass Galaxy, an endless dimension of fishing legends and degenerates connecting through raw, real, in-person conversations and stories. No, this is not your average fishing podcast. There's no rules. There's no limits. 3, 2, 1, blast off. This podcast is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Teal's Bass Galaxy is now offering intergalactic merchandise. That's right, we got apparel now, baby. Check out our website. We got a variety of apparel, hats, bucket hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts, all the finest goods. So stop on our website, tealsbassgalaxy.com, click on the apparel tab, and start looking good, baby. It's been confirmed. Aliens from another planet have landed on Earth. Sources say there's been 2 confirmed landing points for these extraterrestrial beings. One being Japan, and also, unexpectedly, in Minnesota at Waypoint Angler Supply, a local tackle shop on Lake Minnetonka. With the ever-expanding universe, it's no surprise that there are other planets out there that also share our love for the sport of bass fishing. And to Earth's surprise, this latest visit came from extraterrestrial fishermen light years away and many innovations ahead when it comes to fishing equipment. Some hypothesize these beings came from the planet of Naboo, matching up with Mayan folklore dating back thousands of years with fishing equipment ahead of their time. It has been confirmed they left things never seen before by an Earth-born bass. Waypoint Angler Supply is the premier space station in the bass galaxy and has tackle that could previously only be found in Japan or the planet of Naboo. The Waypoint ship is full, but we don't know when the Bastronauts from Naboo will be back. So hurry in to Waypoint Angler Supply today and stock up on that Area 51 Planet of Naboo JDM good before your buddy is whooping that sweet ass of yours. Stop into their store on Lake Minnetonka or visit their website, waypointanglersupply.com. That's waypointanglersupply.com. Use the code GALAXY20 to save 20% on your next tackle binge. Aliens are real. Thank you. The Bass Galaxy is also supported by Vocelka Fishing and Customs, Supreme Lending, Dream Team, Lake Country Insurance Services, My Wedge Motor Support, Supreme Lure Company, just north of Memphis, Barbecue and Catering. Thank you. Let's talk about the worst places to sleep. Top bunk of an ice house. When you're 10 whiskey, however many whiskeys deep, top bunk of an ice house, heat of the propane, all just basking in that.
And worst
place to be.
5 dudes in an ice house.
Yeah.
It is the worst spot to be on the upper level. Just fucking heat rises, everything rises, just
yeah, you get 3 days of beer farts, and Red Lake walleyes. You're done, dude.
No good.
You're done.
Good. I'm just trying to think of someplace else I've slept that might be worse.
I mean, I bet he's slept at few worse places, but you could.
What about Pat's Pat's couch?
Oh my God, Pat's couch was horrible.
Who's Pat?
Our buddy Pat.
Pat from Alexandria. We stayed at his garage when we were just at Lahamadu, and I was sleeping in Pat's ice house, and he was sleeping on the couch. He had a badass little, huge pole barn. What was it, 80 by 200 or something like that? Giant pole barn. Really nice, heated and everything, but I was sleeping in the ice house, and he was sleeping on his couch, and yeah.
And the couch was no bueno.
No, it was the nicest couch in the world.
We were talking about shitty places to sleep, Willie.
Well, I know, but
I don't care,
I
but
woke up in the
sounds
morning,
wonderful.
and there was shaving cream all over me, and a dog licking me.
Did you get that one?
This was, dude, he got a camel toe the next day.
Yep.
Or something.
Yep.
Or
From Laham? Oh, well, my trolling motor fell off there, too.
No, that was whitefish.
Lahamadou is not where I got the camel toe. Lahamadou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
No,
was.
it was
Yes,
Big
it
Stone.
was.
no,
No.
well, that's where you
That's
earned
where
it.
you earned
Oh,
it.
yes.
Yes, that's
Yes.
where you
It's not
earned
where
it.
it
Yeah.
was
Yes.
earned it at Big Stone,
Yeah.
stamped it Lahamadou.
Stamped it Lahamadou.
With
100%.
Figgy's initials on it.
Yep.
Now it's on the record.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that.
It's an honor for both of you.
Oh, it's one of the biggest accomplishments of my life. I feel I'm so proud of it. Like having my name, my initials on Willie's toe, it makes me feel so great.
You know, of all the people in the world that I would appreciate the initials for, it would be Figgy's. You know, we've traveled together for a long time. And to, wake up in the morning and know that my camel's got his initials on it is pretty impressive.
Yep.
And you know what? I deserved it. So,
That's a bet.
you got to man up.
That's
Yep.
a bet.
And you got to stamp your initials on a man's toe, and I think he was the man who came up with the bet.
He was.
Mr.
He was.
Sobey.
Yep.
It was.
So maybe people need to know can you guys remind everybody what the bet was? Because that was probably like
Well, that was this spring. It started. I actually showed up late to the tournament. I only had like a day of practice to show up. I showed up like the night before, I think, and all these guys are sitting in the parking lot. Already been to Big Stone for like 2 or 3 days. I fished there once in my life, and I jumped in the boat with Brad Leitner, so I didn't even get to practice. So I'm just showing up to this lake. I've heard just good things about it. The lake's just a stellar lake. All these giant 5-6 pounders, and everybody's talking about it during practice. I show up, and they're all sitting in the parking lot, and it must have been, I don't know, 5 beers in, and Sobey brings up, cheers, boys.
Salute.
Sobey brings up, or no, somebody notices that he had a camel toe tattoo already existing on his toe. And then I think he brought up the whole bet of, I think we had 6 or 7 guys into the bet.
when I signed up, I thought there was way more guys than that.
Yeah,
But
there's not that many. There wasn't that many.
no.
Yeah.
Side bet, right? So worst finisher in the side bet had to get a tattoo of a camel on their toe
Yep.
with the highest finisher's initials on it.
Correct.
So there's been a lot of controversy since then, and I really think, if we are going to continue something like this, there has to be an upside. If we want to get some of these bigger players involved,
Yeah.
make this, a little more than just a little bush league, that's kind of how people talked about it. And I guess
But you know how cool
for the
it'd
sake of
be
you
if
guys, like for the sake of like what's to be carried on into the future, I think we need to take it up a notch.
Well, think of how cool that is, what you just said.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Bush League.
Yeah. Oh shit.
What if we get a little bush?
What if
Tattoo.
we tattoo leagues on our bushes?
Or what
Or-
a little bush like somewhere tattooed on your body? I mean, I don't really care about tattoo. I know my,
bush?
yeah,
Okay, so loser
gets a little
gets a little bush
a little bush someplace. You can pick whatever.
wherever. Just got a little
So
bush.
just like a little bush, like quarter size big.
But a little figgy or whatever name.
Well, you still
want.
the thing is you
with
got
the
to
initials in the bush or around the bush?
You got to keep the initials.
Yeah, initials in there, 'cause
because the
that's
winner,
pride.
the winner's got to have pride into that. You know what I mean?
See, that's not enough
Like
for some
I'm-
of these guys. Some guys need a monetary incentive.
Okay.
And some people
Like-
are just like religious or I don't even know, but I'd like to get more people involved.
So
Are you in?
I was in last year and I'm in this year.
Okay,
And I
perfect.
rode that line. No
Perfect.
initials
Yep.
on anybody, no toes on myself.
Yep.
I'd like to do the moose knuckle, but I know that we'll get less participation.
I think the
totally.
moose knuckle
dealing with the knuckles.
Yeah.
I think the moose knuckles is actually one of the greatest ideas, and I'm all in about it.
Hey, man,
I mean, if you lose, right?
it's not like my hands look better without mooses on them.
And it wears off.
Pretty sure it doesn't.
The camel's looking a little weak.
But the bush thing, like, people could say, well, that's a birthmark if they're like worried about their dad finding out or something. I don't know. Bush is a good idea. A little bush.
I like the little bush idea.
We could roll
it's
with
a good
that,
idea.
You know?
But is it going to be like a Japanese, like...
Because if we
hedge
keep doing
bush?
the toe, we're going to run out of space down there, dude.
Is it going to be...
Yeah, right. You only got 10 toes, bud.
But, like, is it going to be like one of those, like, bushes that's got all, like, the little hedges and everything else? Or is it going to be like a fire bush?
No, it's just going to be a small little bush.
I think
Quarter
black and white
bush,
bush.
quarter
you know.
size bush.
I want mine to be, when Sobe gets my next one, I want this one to be like...
You want a big bush.
Like the one that, like, the old timer that has way too much money and sitting around.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, see that evergreen over there? I want it to have... Looks like one of those, what's the little dogs that no one likes, but everyone has? Shih Tzu.
Tzus?
Yeah. Like one of those things. Don't you think that would be pretty badass?
A Shih Tzu? On
Well,
your...
well, we could do a Shih Tzu, too.
That's basically a bush.
You took a Shih Tzu to get there.
What's the upside, though?
Always got to be an upside.
I mean, forever in life, everyone's going to say, why did you get that camel on my toe? I'm going to be like, there's this gentleman from Bloomington, Minnesota. He's a good friend of mine. And I got his initials on my toe because he kicked the living shit out of me.
In a bass derby.
In a bass derby. Yes.
I think that'll work. I don't know if that's enough to get the boys involved, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see Peters getting, like, St. Benedict's of, like, Pappa going down to church, like, steeple.
Oh, Peter's no tattoo. He will not
Yeah,
participate.
he's not in.
out.
Yeah.
Well, he can get a bush on his butthole.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Talking about Big Stone. Springtime fishing.
Yeah.
Who's excited for this spring?
Aaron's excited for every spring, but especially this one.
Like, especially for the Champions Tour and where we're going this year. It's going to be a totally different year, and I'm, like, super excited, dude.
It is a different year. Like
Okoboji.
we only have one tournament in the state.
Okoboji.
Besides probably the chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And St. Croix.
And go.
And go. It's going to be a good year.
I don't mind it. I like the schedule. Willie, you're fishing?
Oh, yeah. I like all of them. I mean, we were talking about it coming here. I think it's going to be a little different. I mean, people aren't going to be able to just bounce down there for 2 or 3 weeks and practice. You know, a little bit of distance and be fun time.
Yeah, I still think people are going to get down there. I mean, there's going to be guys that are going to stay down there for a couple weeks. You know what I mean?
Couple weeks? How do you fucking... I can't afford to do
Oh,
that.
I can't do that either. And that's,
3, 4... I mean, the most 4 days is what
Oh,
I'll
for
get
sure.
in
Yeah,
a couple
that's what I'm
runs.
getting at. 3-4 days at the absolute most. 2-3 days typically. But yeah, I mean, there's been a handful of guys that have been going down for, 7 days and or going back and forth. And I can't afford that, but or more or less pull it with work. It's just been.
And like we said, Okoboji, I mean, it's been, I bet 20 years since I've been there.
Yeah.
I was there once.
Yeah.
I've been there once a long time ago in like April, right out of ice out.
Yeah. No,
Didn't
I
know
fished
what I was
it.
doing at the
I
time.
fished, I think, 3 tournaments there, but it was like right when I was starting. So it was like 14, 15 years ago. But
Boji sets up to kind of be, if a guy could figure out the dirty and the clean, I think that's
it
the
totally
key to
is.
Boji.
Yeah, and that's what the key to that lake is. I mean, it really is, because there's big smallmouth in that lake and there's big largemouth in that lake. I mean, there's big weights that come from that lake. And it's been proven for, I mean, literally 20, 30 years. I mean, if not longer, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, the lake's just phenomenal.
Yeah, and the one thing is those big fish aren't going to get hammered on twice. You're not going to run down a bank and catch a 6-pounder,
Right.
and think you're going to catch that fish again.
Do you think there'll be a
yeah.
spawn factor to that tournament? That's my only
When
guess.
is that date for that one?
It's like end of June.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
but still,
there
you got to
will be.
win. And I don't know if spawners could win if they're biting. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my concern, though. Yeah, I said it here first. It's my concern.
Yeah, well, you never know.
Well, you guys have seen plenty of shit.
We've seen lots of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we fished a lot of tournaments together over the years against each other, but together because, normally we're together.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you never know what you can see. I mean, one time we saw this guy canoeing across Mille Lacs Lake. Didn't we?
Yep.
In a canoe by himself.
What?
Planer boards off to the sides.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And he was catching them.
No shit. I bet he was.
And you know what? I once heard a story of this great guy. We were on Sturgeon Bay, and there was a whole bag of oranges around his boat. He was peeling on them so bad. On Patadoo.
Oh, yeah. I was hoping you'd bring up some sneaky Japan shit.
There we go.
Did you ever hear about this?
You're going to let it out?
Well, no, I'm not going to let it out, but you can.
No. These guys carry it.
It's Waypoint. But it's a great Patadoo.
Patadoo?
Yeah.
I don't don't, if that's what you're asking, Willie.
Yeah, but
And when did you learn on Sturgeon Bay?
Well, yeah, because these two guys were sitting out there. They were having just a terrific day. Enjoying the afternoon on a rock pile. All by themselves, by the way.
Yep.
Just peeling on them. And the sun-kissed orange mascot came out right next to us. Oh, what? To these guys. And handed a box, like a whole box of oranges to them. These guys.
Yeah.
Good looking, by the way.
Yeah.
And handed them out, and these peels just floated down the entire lake all day long. But most of them were caught on that bait.
The Nori's pad, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that thing's pretty nice looking bait.
The smallmouth killer.
Yeah, you can catch them on Waypoint.
Willie,
You can find them that way.
Willie, that's been your little cricket for so many years.
I like that little thing.
Yeah.
Catches them, dude.
Does.
But that's a Sturgeon Bay deal.
Yeah. It has been.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think it is anymore.
I think it's still probably
It's still,
catches
yeah.
them.
No, I don't think it does.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Well, you're saying there's that little color, the purple in it, that they don't make no more.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah. Which is too bad. I've seen it rigged on a drop shot, and it looks pretty good, but I've never drop shotted it. I've always done it the way you do it.
I've never seen it on a drop shot.
I can't believe you brought that up, Willie. Thank you, man.
No.
And
Do you see the creativity out of here?
Yeah, I love that guy. I love that guy.
Great.
Well, while we're on the juice, I mean, Katniss Evergreen over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, you kind of get all the scoop on all their stuff, because you have a direct source to, I mean, who's the guy you work with over there again?
Well, Jason Stengel.
Well, yeah, but, I mean,
Are you talking about
No.
for...
Evergreen.
Oh, you're talking Evergreen now.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking Sturgeon Bay. But
No,
yeah.
I was just, he went from a guy canoeing on Mille Lacs with planer boards
Yeah, exactly.
to the juiciest Japanese bait, and I didn't know how to get back in the canoe, So I just tried to follow the orange peels
Yep.
to the next,
Yep.
end of the rainbow.
Yep. Evergreen. Great company. Japanese-based company. They have been, honestly, my go-to bait the last couple 4 or 5 years, depending on they've been coming
I
out
want to know
with
the best fucking green baits. to get, bro.
I know. Right now, like, honestly, on Sturgeon Bay out there, I've been doing really good on their, I think it's the 87 jerk bait. It's a smaller jerk bait you can throw on a spinning pole. I've been doing really good on that one out there. They've got a couple other good little crankbaits that are doing really good. The CR series, the X-Over's really good.
Okay.
A bunch of their plastics has been doing really good. Yeah, I mean, Evergreen is really bumping up their bait game, and I've been doing really good on them this upcoming year.
Yeah, dude, they kind of sneak around under the radar.
They do.
Fly under the radar.
You know what's kind of crazy about that?
What?
Is that they fly under the radar, like Santa Claus.
I feel like he's over the radar.
And
Flies.
anyway,
yeah.
he's sneaky around the radar,
Sneaky
right?
around it.
Yeah.
I mean, only like NASA can find Santa Claus, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what my kids tell me.
Yo.
And the company's name is Evergreen. So what's underneath an Evergreen?
What do you get?
Christmas presents.
Uh-huh.
And what's on their Christmas present? 5-pounders. Just like the orange peels. This whole story went right back into a giant circle. See how good
I love them shower blows.
Shower blows, yep.
Well, I don't even know how
All
to
of
start
them.
this one.
All of them.
Well,
You like? Hey, Figgy. I heard Figgy likes shower blows.
Yeah, every size. Yep. Every single one of them's good.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, warm or cold shower though.
Oh, both. Yeah. Absolutely.
I like the big one.
or a make-believe one.
You throw a make believe one.
A make-believe shower for a blow.
No. The 777, the 777 though is like honestly like one of the sneaky, really good shower blows out there. That mini one. You got one of them back there?
I got one over
Yeah.
somewhere.
777's like my. I did really good on that bait actually on the
That
Mississippi
tiny-
when we were over on Mississippi River.
Tiny silver bait over there.
I think that was 2 years ago.
Left.
When you cracked on them.
Yep. Oh, yeah, there we go. That'd be the one right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe not that color, but
No, it was not that color, but yeah, that's the same one. The 777 SB.
that's your
77.
sneaky one.
Yeah, it's a great.
I've won and I've never thrown it. Here it is.
Seriously,
Yep. And
it like it's such a small bait where you think it would not be easy to walk. It walks just as good as any of the other ones.
I think it's pretty sexy.
No,
what do you throw it on? Like lighter spinning pole or?
no, I'd throw that
it
on my
bait
bait casting. And all my
It's
top
11,
water.
30 seconds of an ounce.
Yeah, on all my top water, I'm braid to a leader.
I agree with that. Same.
Yep. So
How about you, Willie? Are you a braid to a leader on your top water kind of man, or are you big game or die?
You know, I typically always go to a leader. But a frog,
Well,
50.
that's fucking.
well, that's
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
but I know,
Yeah.
but
We're
like,
saying like a walking bait or
all
a
those
top,
baits.
like a popper or something.
I like the braid.
Yeah.
Cast further,
Yep.
usually floats. Looks good. Put a little pink on it, I can see it. Jaws is coming up behind.
Yeah. Well, what I know about both of you is you've both fished with some absolute hammers, and each of them are fishing the Elite Series right now. And this isn't that you're in their shadow or anything. I just think that's pretty fucking cool, and you guys have probably learned some shit, and it always goes both ways, right? You're learning together in the boat, but like, I want to hear some Austie Pants fucking boat stories, and I've heard some Seth stories. So, I mean, I feel like Austin doesn't say much in the boat. What was fishing with Austin a bunch like?
To be honest, he's probably one of. I learned a lot from Austin.
Yeah.
Over the years. He doesn't always come off real happy-go-lucky, whatever, but he's awesome in the boat for one, and he really is probably one of the most genuine. We fished the NABCs for the first few years. I got to meet Austin through when we moved to Minnesota through some friends, and the Felixes were friends with them, and I got to meet Austin, and we started fishing together, and we had a lot of fun. And, we went to tournaments and just, enjoyed what we were doing out there. But one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life is we went down to Madison, Wisconsin, me and Austin. It was fucking raining. Like, I'm not, like, talking, like, fucking, like, cats and dogs. I'm talking, like sumo wrestlers and, like, Ultimate Warrior were coming down at the same time. Like, it was fucking coming down.
Yeah.
We got to the boat ramp, and I grew up down that way. So I was like, I've been here before. This place is a shithole. And pulled in. I'm like, we were staying at my mom's house, and pulled in, and fucking bass cat's full of water. No cover on it. Fucking thing's full. Gunnel to gunnel full of water.
Did you pull the plug, or no plug was?
Well, yeah, the plug was technically pulled, DNR, but
Wisconsin, I don't think had that same rule. At the time, but,
they didn't. But there was a piece of cotton or something stuck in there. So we back down, and water's pouring out, and Aussie's pissed because, like, the cabinets are all full of fucking water. We didn't have one of those sexy lights like that. We should have one of those.
fucking have it.
I think I'm going to add that to the bass cat. But we're pulling down, and these guys are like...
I'd love that if you did. I really would.
They're like, where are you guys from? I'm like, well, look at the numbers, idiot. You guys are like, oh, you guys are from Minnesota. You never fished anything like this before. I'm like, yeah, we fish a lot of swamps, in the middle of nowhere, and there's... So we got down there, it's raining, and now it's 110 degrees. Aussie's feeling sick as shit. Like, he had his...
What lake was this on?
Madison Chain.
Madison Chain Cup.
And, I mean, he was sick. He didn't feel good for the whole time. We're out in the middle of the bay, and Aussie, like, rigs up a freaking Senko. I don't know what color it was, but he bombs it out there. He's laying on the back deck. And I'm like, dude, this is going to suck. We're going to get our ass kicked by all these farm fucks that just came out here and told us that we were going to suck. He's like, yeah, I know. This is like 3:50 on frickin' Thursday. Meeting's at like 5 o'clock. Got to be out the water. But there was a nice bar right next door that you parked at. So we're like, well, we'll just go right up there. All of a sudden, Aussie's rod just goes, boom. Catches a good one.
Just laying on the back deck?
Yeah, laying there.
Yep.
But he never gave up. You know what I mean?
That's never gave up. He was trying.
No, like, we flipped everything. We were out deep. He's, like, driving around. I'm like, God, this place sucks. We're out there frogging. I hate frogs.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Come on.
I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite.
Come on, you
I
guys.
will absolutely give up if that's what I have to do.
I won't.
But
So fun.
Never give up.
So fun.
So he's out there in the middle, catch another one. Well, I better rig one up. Just catch one. And I'm not kidding. In the middle of this, like, hole. It's a milfoil hole. Looks like Uranus. The planet, not your butt.
Big milfoil hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and Austin, we're shitty. Everyone's, like, going through this channel. The channel's, like, a mile long. Everyone's overheating. Everyone. We just keep pounding right through there. Alarms are going off. Aussie's like, just keep going. It'll shut down if it wants to shut down. I'm like, yeah, good thinking. Get out there. We're one of the first boats in this little, like, milfoil patch. And I'm saying it's like a 40-foot drop-off.
Mm-hmm.
And all these guys from Wisconsin and Illinois are throwing these giant swim baits and, like, we're going to catch 7-pounders. I'm like, I haven't seen a fucking fish over, like, 4 pounds. We saw, like, 4-pound girls walking across the bar.
I was going to say, there's not that many big fish in the Madison chain.
It's tough fishing.
Yeah.
It's a shit.
Like, you're not, like, going after 7-pounders out
So
there.
you get to the spot.
Yeah, but it's fantastic.
As anglers, we develop special bonds with our equipment. There's something magical when you find that perfect jig rod and reel combo for a technique that elevates your confidence on the water. Whether it's a perfectly balanced, crisp, and sensitive jig rod that gives you the highest level of control over your bait, allows you to feel every grain of sand, every bite, and allows you to drive that hook clean, or a rod with the perfect action and taper that seems to keep your chatterbait, swim bait, or whatever it is in the back of the bass's head where it belongs no matter where you throw it, or a rod that allows you to effortlessly cast a lighter bait you used to cuss at on your old combo. These types of magical bonds are rare to find in a mass-produced sweatshop, which is why Vocelka Fishing and Customs came to existence, with the sole purpose of bringing you closer to your passion by enhancing the bond with you, your rod, and the bass. Confidence is everything in bass fishing, and there's no bigger boner buster than losing a big fish, not feeling like you can present your bait correctly. The list goes on and on. Mr. Vocelka is a full-blown artesian craftsman who can build you the perfect rod, no matter the size or action, custom, exactly the way you want it. He also has a wide variety to choose from right on his website, including fan favorites like the 8-foot hair jig rod, the drop shot rod, swim bait rod, the chatter chicken rod, the MH workhorse, and more. Even ice fishing. You do the whole frozen Swiss cheese thing, the ice fishing. Seen grumpy old men? Well, you can send that jiggle stick back to the antique store because Mr. Vocelka builds custom ice rods in all sizes and actions too. So head on over to his website, vocelkafishing.com. That's VOCELKA fishing.com to enhance your confidence on the water, feel your passion, and catch more bass, baby.
Do you trailer your big outboard? Then you need the MyWedge motor support. MyWedge keeps even the heaviest motors safe and secure on the trailer. And talk about easy. Up with the motor, on with the MyWedge, back down, ready to roll. And MyWedge is built to last. It won't rot, it won't split, it won't fail. Guaranteed. Pop on MyWedge centering clips for lateral stability and you're good to go. MyWedge, security in a snap. To order yours, go to mywedge.com.
Right? So we're sitting there and Austin just bombs out the Senko.
Yeah.
Just like you did. Goes right down. Austin's like, I got one. I'm like, oh my God. He caught off the guy's back of his motor. He literally did.
Because it was kind of crowded where
It was
you
like
guys
a
were fishing?
6-pounder.
Oh, shit.
We net it, throw it in the live well. No one weighs it, you know.
Yep.
Sit there the whole time, just throwing Senkos around the whole thing. Everyone's power fishing. End up winning the frickin' derby.
Sick.
And it was pretty cool. But yeah, you know, Austin is sight fishing. I know everyone has their sight fishing guys.
I heard he's pretty good at it.
He's, you know,
Oh, absolutely.
I don't
he is.
see anyone that does anything better. And then
Yeah, he's a stud. Yeah, he's a
I
phenomenal.
heard he's got really good
He's
eyes.
a
You get
phenomenal
LASIK or something, I heard?
sight fisherman.
I think Bankston told me he got like LASIK and then he could see really good.
Bankston needs LASIK.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if he did or not. I just because I fished with Austin a bunch too back in the day, and he's always been one of those guys that can see 20 feet past what you're seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's always just been that guy, and he's developed a couple things, you know, since he's been, you know, further in his future, and he's become that much better. You know, he's been that guy. He's a phenomenal sight fisherman.
Well, him and Seth seem to have very different like styles and approaches
Oh yeah, yeah.
to the game. Like Austin is very, I think, research and very smart, and
Yep.
like really uses his like smartness to
Yep.
his advantage.
No,
and
he does.
Seth is much more feel,
Yep.
right? Like,
Yep. Oh,
just
yeah.
feel it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
Willie. You know better than me.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't know either of them that well, but
No,
I
that's
got to fish
totally
with Austin
yeah.
once.
Fighter. That's exactly what Fighter is. He's not. I mean, yes, everybody looks up what you're gonna do or what baits are, but Fighter's a guy that does not like to get information. He doesn't like to do any of that stuff. You know what I mean? He's a very. I need to learn by myself, and that's how he goes. You know what I mean? He's a different fisherman that way.
I think Aussie's the same way too.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think-
Austin's very smart. Like, I'm not saying Fighter's stupid, but I'm just he's like that weird genius Harry Potter kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like Austin's just
Gryffindor!
he's just a little bit different in the brain.
Right. But I mean, same thing. Like Aussie doesn't want someone's information. He like just go out there and
Yeah.
try hacking on them.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's cool. Aussie won an Elite Series event. First one, I think. First guy to win like a regular season
Yep.
Elite Series event. But Willie, you said that you had this big surprise for us, and I guess how long do we need to wait for this? Because I'm
Well, I
getting
don't
a
know
little
what
anxious.
what kind of surprise you want.
Oh
Well,
shit!
I still don't even know what it is, so I'm still waiting on it too.
He said there's a surprise.
He did.
right?
He did.
He's made it clear.
Made it clear in the text messages.
Well, I just said that like the surprises were going to be like ongoing.
Okay. I like that. Ever expanding, just like the galaxy.
just an ongoing.
Yeah.
We're just not getting one. Like you're not.
No,
gonna,
we're going to keep like building on it.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah.
an orchestra,
For sure.
you know?
Crescendo, decrescendo.
See?
Yeah.
What's the champagne?
I fucking forgot.
Don Perignon.
Don
Carry
Perignon.
on.
Only 32 years of it.
Cron Perignon, Don Perignon.
Yes.
Yes. Speaking of crescendos and orchestras, like, what are you bumping nowadays? You're always bumping something in the boat. What are you bumping nowadays? You on that Bone Thugs right now, or what are you on?
I mean, I guess it matters. You know?
Dude, it does.
I mean, what do you guys listen to? Like, if you're bed fishing, what do you listen to?
If I'm bed fishing,
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, Marvin Gaye,
yeah, I
Luther
mean-
Vandross,
Still, it's different.
love making music.
I've been at a pretty big country, old western kick last year and a half or so. Like,
I
you know,
dig
like-
that.
You know what I mean? Like the Willys, the Stapleton,
Yeah.
kind of that kind of.
That outlaw.
Yeah, yeah, that
that's
kinda-
kind of got a revival lately. That's got kind
Yeah,
of a resurgence
yeah,
with
I-
your Stapletons and
Yeah, I'm not a big rap guy anymore. I think rap fucking blows now.
Yeah.
I'm old school rap's way better than what's around now. So
bumbly bumbly.
yeah, so I'm kind of off
trumbly.
that, but
What do you listen to if you're bed fishing?
I don't usually listen to music while I'm fishing.
Never.
Not never, but not usually.
you got a stereo in your boat?
Nope.
No, you don't.
Nope.
Yeah.
I like to just kind of Rick Clun that shit, so to speak, minus the Rick Clun, obviously. But like, I like to immerse be aware of my surroundings, and like, there's something. I don't like to get distracted because I'm easily distracted. So for me, it's I. Some days I think about if I'd be better if I listen to music, but it almost bothers me a little bit sometimes, depending what kind. Especially if it's shitty music.
You're
Like if James Chapman's in the boat playing music, like I'm like, dude, no, stop.
your thoughts is your music. Your thoughts is what's going through your head, and what you're listening to is. I get it. I have days like that too, where I have days where I don't turn on my stereo. You know what I mean? And you're just out there thinking and trying to figure it out, and yeah.
Well, I want to hear if something blows up around me, or I want to
Oh,
listen to the birds, listen to the wind change.
yep. Yep.
You know, all that
I
gay
disagree.
stuff, Willie.
We can't say that anymore.
Actually, you can. I haven't got canceled yet.
Perfect.
Yep. Because you know why? because I think everything should be made fun of equally. And if people want my honest opinion on gays, I think we should let them. I think it's really important to be able to express yourself and who you are and be who you truly want to be. And at the end of the day, more chicks for us.
I like that.
So, I mean, yeah, I'll say it sometimes, but if people want to actually know how I feel, that's how I feel, man. I support them.
I think when you're bed fishing, like in a crowd,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The loudest, most obnoxious thing you could be playing. It irritates everyone else. Doesn't irritate me. I don't give two shits. Like if you're like,
So you use this as a tool in the boat. Is what
well,
you're
yeah,
saying.
I mean, I can hear them say like, "Oh, I'm casting at that bed." Well, I didn't hear you. My music's playing.
Sorry, dude. I was grooving, dude.
But
What do you listen to? What do you play?
like, I like Kanye when I'm bed fishing. Like, Jesus Walks is a great one.
Oh, that is a great one.
Because I was like, oh yeah, Jesus is right there.
Yeah.
Poseidon.
Yeah.
But then, like, smallmouth fishing. Like, I think the smallmouth like big boob ladies.
Okay.
There's something to what the smallmouth like for music.
So what
I
are you
think, for
saying?
Sure.
So I think I picked like a country lady that's got like big boobs.
Okay, like a Dolly Parton.
No,
Well,
like
not fake boobs.
Yeah, like, like newer boobs.
Real
Okay,
boob.
okay.
Oh, newer.
Newer boobs.
Like Carrie Underwood.
Nah,
See, I can't stand her voice.
I can't
Kind of
either.
like low
She's-
key.
She kind of scares me now. She looks like the robot from Fox Sports.
I feel like she could be just AI at this point,
I
Could
agree
be.
with you.
but I feel like her voice would be better then. But it's kind of like kind of screechy. Did Shania have big boobs? Because I'm a big Shania fan.
I don't know, but maybe we should try it.
Maybe we should
Well,
try a
you're
C-cup,
the one. You're the
you
one
know?
that
Try a
listens to the
C-cup.
country.
Try a C cup from time to time.
Yeah.
No, he likes that double D. Throw some D's on
Just
that bitch.
throw some D's on it.
Well, for smallmouth.
So
For
what?
smallmouth.
I'm like waiting for this like Miranda Lambert. I feel like she's.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
same.
trying to figure it out.
I
Like,
mean,
where are
we
you
like
going?
that's a good one
That's
for
I
smallmouth.
feel like
Yeah.
we're talking,
But, like-
the same language.
Yep.
I mean, you're gonna go for largemouth though. I think you gotta like hammer down like a little like Pearl Jam, Metallica,
Well, I
Foo
like that.
Fighters.
Okay.
I can get down with that.
Yeah.
I can get down with that.
Like that type of
A
stuff.
little more grungy type metal.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because like those fish are down there, they're like, I've been working all day.
They ain't been working. They've been hiding. The
No,
smallies
they-
are like
No,
cracking
those
all day.
Yeah, this smallies, man.
those
working all day.
largemouth have been 7 pounds. I'm laying down here. Ugh.
Yeah. Motorhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthrax, Pantera.
See, I haven't gone that extreme. Not in the boat.
Well, you should.
I think I should.
You should try it.
I think I should. I always try to play him some 70s something.
But
Always good
Eases my
choice.
mind.
Always good choice.
though, the one thing is like when it's like a topwater bite, you gotta have a little like Mexican like serenade, like mariachi band.
Okay. The Liberace in the house.
Yeah, like because like that thing, like,
Liberace.
she's dancing across there, and all of a sudden,
Eh, Macarena.
yeah, and then the guy's coming up and like, boop, 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 boop,
Yeah.
boop.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. I got you.
You gotta have that.
Yeah, dude. Peacock bass that shit. Or wait, that's Amazon. That's like getting like George of the Jungle on them a little bit.
Well,
Oh, it's all right.
don't you think that would be awesome?
Yeah, dude, for sure.
That's what I do.
For sure. Like where's Biggie come into this? Because I feel like Biggie
Oh,
Smalls like
Biggie-
needs to be
Biggie's like sight fishing
okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
Or when you're running down the lake, dude. I mean, you don't listen to music when you're running down the lake?
That would be the time that I have more often than fishing. But I'm on the way to the lake and running down the lakes when I listen to music. But
Yeah.
then I forget after that first run. It's like that morning run I will maybe.
Yeah.
But that's the time to do it.
I love my morning run blaring music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to that.
Yeah.
rolling the lake on the way to the landing.
But
and then,
I'm with you though. Like Derby Day, like it turns off right when I get to my spot.
See, you got to practice how you play, in my opinion. Know what I mean? Like,
Oh, okay. I
you know,
get that.
If you're gonna be drunk for studying, you got to be drunk for the test.
Yep.
If you're gonna listen to music while you're practicing,
You
got to
better
listen to music all day. Tournament day.
Good thinking.
Good thinking.
A professor told me that.
Yeah. I don't do that.
Well,
I like what you're thinking.
agreed.
Yeah.
I don't either. Like, I don't practice like it's the tournament.
Yeah.
No, I'm way more lackadaisical. I'm shaking
I've-
shit off.
I've heard you're pretty serious when you
I'm serious,
Yeah,
but
you're-
I'm like, this is a 2-day span that I have to play around it, and my process is way different.
Yeah.
If
correct.
that makes sense.
Totally
Like,
does.
I'm not gonna
Totally
scan
does.
like that tournament day. If I find something and need to find 10 more of it, I'm not gonna fish all 10 of that. I'm just gonna drive by it and maybe scope it quick now and
Yeah.
fucking keep moving, because there's really keep covering some ground, try to find some. Like in practice, I'll fight my pattern usually.
Yeah.
Like I'll duplicate it on my graph, but I'll fight it with my rod.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it totally does.
So it's like I
Totally
don't do
does.
that tournament day.
Yeah.
And I'm not drunk tournament day yet. I wasn't calling you out. I'm sorry.
Me?
Yeah,
You called me out of that?
totally. No. There's something to music, though, even if it's just your vibe or your confidence, I think. You know, switching up the shit's not going right, switch up the genre. Oh, they like country today. You know, you do that. I feel like when I do listen to music, like when buddies are in the boat, if we got like 90s on and we ain't catching them, like we're switching
Switch
to
it up.
80s, we're
Switch
switching
it up.
You know, we're switching it up. And,
You go to-
and then we catch one and we try to stick with that.
Yeah.
You go to Wing Dam, throw out like a Reaper, man, and it goes boop, 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 and you're listening to Miranda Lambert, and it blows up on it. You're going to listen to that.
It's true.
And then you go frog fishing, which I hate, which is the dumbest thing in the world.
I don't know why you guys hate it so much.
I don't hate it. I
love
I do
it.
don't hate it.
Come on.
I hate it. It's the worst thing in the world. I own like 2 frogs.
It just fucks me derby day. That's
Yeah.
like the only thing.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
I can't
I mean,
trust. I just don't trust it.
Yep.
It's
I
the
feel
trust
it,
thing.
it's
It's
done
the
me.
trust.
It's done me dirty. It's done me dirty too.
It's not the enjoyment. It's the trust.
Yeah.
It's the trust.
I know.
I just hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that look at it are pickerel when you see them like stick their little nose up and they're like beep 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 beep, and they're like just like Pac-Man.
I'm just wondering how the fuck you fish docks so much. I would hate my life if I fished as many docks as you.
So we'll go. We can go.
I don't hate fishing docks, but
We go
I
back.
also don't love it.
Let's
Well,
get into dock fishing.
I'll go
Yeah,
back
let's
to.
talk
I'll
dock.
go back.
Let's go
to
into dock fishing.
I'll go back to the circle. You know, like the oranges, the Mexican like paddling across with his pointer boards. Ostie. So when I started fishing with Ostie, we used to go to all these lakes that we didn't know. I didn't know any of them. Winnebago.
Yeah, you guys did a bunch of stuff over in Wisconsin.
Yeah, and it was super fun, by the way.
Yep.
And Ostie, I like to fish deep.
Me
I
too.
mean, I would prefer to fish deep. But Ostie,
No, you wouldn't.
yeah, I really
Never
do.
seen this
Shut-
man fish deep in his life.
What?
I
You
do
don't even
like it.
turn your front graphs on half
Well,
the
I
time.
don't know anymore, but
His trolling motor doesn't even deploy.
Exactly. Yeah.
well, sometimes. But like, we would go to these lakes and we'd start picking them apart, and Ostie would go out deep, and he'd find, you know, all his deep stuff, and I would go up shallow. Tell you a great one. So we went to Escanaba. First time we went to Escanaba, Michigan. Dude, that place is badass.
I love that place.
Fuck, that place.
Favorite place.
That place is fucking unreal.
Yeah. Was that the year we fished and you guys started on the same island as us?
Well, I don't know. Did you have a teepee up there or what?
No, but you guys wanted to start where Austin. I can't remember if you were with them, but he wanted
I'm
to
sure
start
it had
right
to be.
right where we started.
I'm sure it was.
Probably. Anyway,
But yeah, like, so we probably started out
NABC.
there. Oh, I'm sure it was.
Yeah, had to be.
But I'm
I wish
sure.
you'd have been there when I got there, so we'd have gone somewhere else. But
But we
caught 2 10-pound walleyes on 2 casts that morning.
Did you?
One 3.5 smallie, but there's 27 pounds sitting there the day before.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing is, like, he would go out to those spots and find that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd be like, Willie, go shallow and hit every dock and shallow thing you could find.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So Escanaba.
Yeah, so, like, we started out there in the middle of that fucking point,
Mm-hmm.
and it was calm. I think we were throwing 8 rakes.
You guys were, yeah.
And we got a couple right away.
Weren't big.
Nope.
From what I could tell, they looked like the size we caught, which that area depleted, but
And then we ran into this little bay, and we were in like 2 feet of water. And Aussie's like, "What did you find here?" And for the next like,
is that up by them islands?
yeah, and it was like poop, 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 poop,
You
poop.
found them up there?
Yeah,
Fucker.
dude, and you could see him like.
You
Like-
saw Dane up there in practice, didn't you?
Yeah, the little tail was waving at me. Like, I saw smallmouth. I saw smallmouth.
Willie loves it so shallow. He's
I love it.
yeah.
But, like, we went up there, and we cracked on him. I mean, destroyed him. The second time we went there, we did that whole thing, and it was, like, August. And Austin found bedfish in August.
for sure.
And
Up
we
there, absolutely.
and we caught him
Certain
all.
lakes, that's
Yeah,
definitely
for
a
sure.
thing.
Yeah,
We
great-
caught
Low
him.
key,
great-
not a lot of people
Yeah.
know that.
No,
We caught him all.
Off beds?
Yeah, I didn't catch very many, but he caught them all.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the difference between, you know, Feider, Osti, those guys. Like, he went up there, and I called him the one day, and I'm like, dude, it is nasty back here. He's like, oh, it's flat calm. 3 hours later, he comes in, he's all wet. Boat looks like fucking bolts are coming out of everything. He's like, yeah, it was pretty rough coming in. I'm like, oh, that shit turns fast.
Dude, that lake does turn fast.
Oh,
but
yeah.
of the Great Lakes I've fished, Escanaba, Bay de Noc is my favorite.
I still have.
Great Lakes
I've not been there
destination.
yet. I still
think
haven't been there.
I think it's more fun than Sturgeon Bay.
100%.
I've heard that. I've
I
heard
agree with you.
really good things about it.
Granted, I've only been Sturgeon Bay there and Chequamegon, but
And I still haven't been to Chequamegon either.
Sturgeon Bay's obviously got the best size
Yep.
by just a little, but average size that you can catch, I think, is bigger in Escanaba. I think those fish are way dumber
Yeah.
Oh,
than
yeah.
Sturgeon Bay fish.
Yeah.
They don't leave that shallow.
No.
That's them Sturgeon Bay fish have got really educated.
Dude, they're the hardest smallmouth I've ever
I mean-
had to try to catch.
Oh, I mean, I remember going there. I've probably been going there for sure 10 years now. And the first time I went there, I mean, you could just throw a tube or a swimmer or anything, and you would catch them in between the good areas. And it's not like that anymore. You're catching. You have to be on the spot, and you have to work your bait the right way. I mean, it's totally different 10 years ago.
Right. It's,
So-
I have a lot of respect for them boys who have that figured
Oh.
out because it is.
Well, and that's
Bumper
why a lot of the
boats,
guys that do good there are the guys that guide there all the time or live there
Or some of the
they're-
best
they're-
guys in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not saying it like Rass, badass guy freaking catches them.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh,
Stangles.
absolutely.
Stangle's a freaking hammer.
Yep.
Keeley, Casey, Otto.
Yeah.
Shakur
Yeah.
from that area.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep. No.
Yeah.
For
All these guys that go up there, just freaking. But I mean, you've hammered on them for how many years?
No, I'm not saying that I mean, the last couple of years I've struggled, but I mean, yeah, regardless, it's absolutely, it's a phenomenal.
But you
I'm
killed
just saying it's changed dramatically from what it was 10 years ago.
For sure.
What we all
like
need
dramatically, not just a
Tough
little
when
bit.
I got there, and it only got tougher.
It's getting tougher every year.
You're fighting now.
But I think that's just fishing in general anywhere. I can
Yeah,
say
dude.
that about Lake Minnetonka. I can say that about,
For sure. that
you know
way.
what I mean? Like
Even
all-
gull, like some of them
Gull. I mean,
lakes,
all of these fishers, it's just
them weedline fish get especially.
Oh,
have you
it-
noticed that all
oh.
the offshore fish are especially fucked with the
Oh,
past
where
every lake.
everywhere.
yeah,
I'm just saying, like
I've
it.
seen it.
Yeah, you've heard about it.
whitefish, gull,
Oh.
Wahamadoo, all of them.
Yeah, it's just
Tonka the worst.
Tonka's the worst. I mean,
Waconia's equally
Yeah.
really shitty now,
Yep.
which is crazy. That lake used to be epic.
I don't know. I've never really liked that lake.
Oh, Waconia is one of the best lakes in the state.
Used to be.
It
was-
used to be.
There
Used
was
to be.
orange peels one day.
Floating across what lake?
Waconia.
Waconia.
Yeah. And they drifted all the way across the island
Yep.
right to Alexis. Sponsored flight. You hear that? But
Wow.
yeah, it went right to it. And it was like Pac-Man. Boop, 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 boop. Right to me and my friend, partner.
Yep.
And
Partner, partner?
we
Gary,
were just,
Gary partner?
we were just peeling at him. And there was a Vexus right next to us in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked ridiculous.
Wouldn't have been mine.
Well, I don't know, but it was Pac-Man. They followed the orange peels all the way there.
They're smart.
Yeah.
They're smart. Anybody got a pee? Yeah. Pee break? Yeah.
A quick poop.
Honestly, there's no shitter up there, so
I mean, if you had to walk down the stairs and you had to like waggle. Right?
Figgy is. Did you hear that?
I'm kind of heard it.
But I mean, if you had to waggle down the stairs and you had to really poop bad,
Oh yeah, if you're,
that could be an
Turtling it.
accident.
it could be.
But if you had a fire pole,
It's that much easier.
well, I mean, and the air's going to push it's gravity.
Aerodynamics for sure, dude.
Yeah.
No
and
waggling.
Then you go right out to that tree and poop.
That's right. Bear shit in the woods.
Yep.
Yeah, and the best thing is you can put a little TP roll right there at the end, and you can grab
Grab it on the way
Shoo!
down.
right out there. You don't have to worry about the flip or the flop or the roll or the flip.
Flippity flop.
Done.
Willie,
Yes.
did you know that the government announced that aliens are real?
Well, yes. I probably did. Do you know if you had to pick two people to be a Superman, like a superficial person, who would you pick?
Like if. Wait. Oh, like my favorite superhero?
Yeah, like that.
But not.
You could be fictional and non-fictional.
But like, so make up what my idol is, or what superpowers I would want to have.
No, like a Superman. Who would you pick?
I'm having a hard time understanding.
So am
the
I.
question.
I'd go with Superman.
Superman, Batman,
No. Why would you pick?
Batman.
No. Why would you do either one of those?
I still don't understand the question, Willie.
So if you're gonna pick,
Can you give me an example? Like, who would be your? Give me an example of
Yeah,
your
what's
pick.
your
That would
pick?
help us understand the
No,
question if
because
we knew his
mine-
answer.
mine are awesome.
You better get him out of the way so we don't steal him.
So you're telling my Superman is a bad pick?
I mean, I think that's a good pick. I mean, I think
I
that's,
feel like your question is fucking shit. Like,
so.
who is your fucking Superman? Like, superficial? Like, what does that even mean?
So if you woke up in the morning, you're like, all right, I'm going out in this Vexus boat
Yep.
with my Waypoint products,
Yeah, duh.
and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to dance around, not listen to any music.
Yep.
Who are you going to hang out with all day long?
Okay. That.
But they're superhero-like people.
So we need to choose that person we'd want to fish with and what superpowers they would have.
No, they can be non-fictional or fictional.
This is okay. Yep, I got it. Okay. I'm going to choose Aaron Martins, but in alien form.
Whoa, this is deep.
And he is bringing me new fish catching baits that are not. Attention, all basstronauts. This podcast is supported by the Bass Galaxy's title sponsor, Waypoint Angler Supply, the Midwest's new landing pad for hardcore anglers just like you and me. If you're looking for the sneaky goods you can't find anywhere else, look no further. Waypoint Angler Supply has the largest offering of JDM tackle in the Midwest, and they are right here in Minnesota on Lake Minnetonka. This is truly a place every bass fisherman in Minnesota needs to visit because we finally have a tackle shop in the state that's as dreamy as the ones you find down south. And the staff at Waypoint Angler Supply understands the various needs of us anglers, which is why you'll find the selection there so enticing. Ross and the folks at Waypoint Angler Supply are passionate about carrying the right stuff, providing an authentic customer experience, and they listen to the anglers. And it doesn't end at JDM baits. They stock all the top U.S. brands, as well as local Minnesota brands like Vocelka Fishing and Customs, Arsenal Fishing, Bait Lab Custom Swim Baits, All Terrain Tackle, Bagley Northland, Outcast Tackle, and more. So stop into their store on Lake Minnetonka or visit their website, waypointanglersupply.com. That's waypointanglersupply.com. Use the code GALAXY20 to save 20% on your next tackle binge.
Supreme Lure Co. introduces a revolution in bass fishing with our triumphant trio, the Supreme Slug, Lil Slug, and Slaw. Leading the charge is the Supreme Slug, a legend revived after 2 decades. Its unique shape and built-in hook slot redefine tactical brilliance on the water, giving you an edge like never before. But the saga continues with the Lil Slug, a miniature powerhouse that mirrors the majesty of the Supreme Slug. Don't let its size fool you. It packs the punch needed to lure in those elusive bass. And for the ultimate bass feast, there's the Slaw, a craw representation with the same irresistible characteristics as the Supreme Slug. It's bass seduction at its finest, designed to trigger predatory instincts. Exclusively crafted for bass enthusiasts, Supreme Lure Co. brings you a trio that's not just baits, they're bass magnets. Supreme Lure Co. Cast in gold, reel in glory.
From Earth that he's teaching me how to catch bass on those all day. That's my answer.
That's one, but you get 2.
Okay, the second one. The second one would be Rick Clunn in alien form, yet in spirit form, like interdimensional Rick Clunn. Like there's a spirit next to you. So you can't see it, you can feel it, you can hear it, but you can't touch it. It's Rick Clunn in alien form, giving me just life advice all day, keeping my mentality like tip-top shape, like going through some Zen and meditation with me, and maybe teach me how to throw a spinnerbait. That's answer number 2.
That's fantastic.
Deep.
Just trying to answer this question
good.
to the best of my ability.
Yep.
Now go ahead and fucking follow that, Willie.
Oh, you want me to follow it?
Yeah. Well, you said you had a
I
couple.
gave you the perfect opportunity to start.
and you said you had a couple good ones. So like, we got to hear these now.
Well, first and foremost, I would take the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, that's a given.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Bump, bump, bump. And you just look. And how badass is that right off the bat?
Yeah.
Can't beat it. I mean, I know you're Rick Clunn, and that sounds
No,
good.
you just made me think of like 3 or 4 more. I
And,
could do this
like,
all night.
he would throw a spinnerbait like fucking.
Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he would.
Okay. What's your
Couldn't
second
bur-
one?
Superpower. I mean, like, I don't mean this in a bad way, but I'd probably go Trump.
I mean,
I'd be like, Donald, you and me getting in the kitty. Do you know how much fun me and Donald would have in the kitty?
he's like, Willie, there's billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of bass in there. China? Those lures from China? I fucking love China, Willie. Go win this. Oh, you're fired. You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
But I would give him McDonald's.
He likes McDonald's. That's
I know.
that's it.
And you guys would be like, all right.
So you would give your spirit guide a sandwich.
The Donald?
The Don?
The Don.
They don't call
Like, first of all,
Old Mac Don?
if I showed up to a tournament with Donald.
What are you
and
giving him? A Big Mac? You giving him a double
right.
quarter pounder? You doing the old fucking McGangbang? You giving him the creative sauce, McRib,
Hey.
a fucking fish fillet?
We're throwing frickin' Fig, the ultimate frickin' like curveball of all, right?
I hope he's
so
got
you
some
got
answers.
Rick Clunn, you got Rick Clunn and like
Aaron Martin.
Aaron
Aaron Martin's, Rick Clunn,
you can't
Ultimate Warrior,
Ultimate
and Donald
Warrior and
Trump.
Donald
All right.
Trump. Yeah.
But-
So far.
But let me just say right now. Me, Donald, me first. Donald, because he's gonna have like, and then the warrior just comes, bum bum bum, down the stairs, like jumping in the boat.
Yep.
All right, Fig, let's hear what you got.
All right.
How you gonna beat?
No pressure, dude. Shit.
God, jeez, how do I live up to that? God, Teal brought me to like the fishing part of it, and then Will got a little out of there.
Yeah, I feel like he got the
And-
perfect taste.
So I
know?
don't even know where to go right now. So I've got
Well,
like
you could pick one of each. Like one, like
I might do
Yeah.
that. I might do that. So I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna give it to Kevin Van Dam.
I was waiting for that. I like it.
It was between one other guy, and I'm not even gonna bring it up, but I'm just gonna say I'm gonna give it to Kevin Van Dam, and his power fishing stuff is phenomenal.
His brain, if you had
Yeah,
that. Like,
if
hey,
I had that back in the day when he was like on point,
hey, drop a dot here, cast, hit this rock
Yeah.
with this crank,
a
then
little stump,
Yeah,
or
pull
whatever,
over here
whatever
and
he was doing,
throw
like
it
that
that
kind
way
of
and-
brain, like that, like that's pretty legit.
he has a point. That's pretty good. He has a point.
That was good. That was good.
I have a poster of him behind you.
I know it's good.
I've been subliminally programming that into him for about an hour at least.
But I'm telling you, the warrior would destroy.
Fuck the
He still
warrior.
has another pick.
Oh, he's got another pick.
Oh, I got one more,
Another
bud.
pick.
Yeah, fuck.
Yep.
Sorry, not fuck.
Fuck.
Number 2. I'm a metalhead.
Oh,
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go Pantera. Just a hardcore metal band in your face, just giving me something, totally different. Just give me fucking in your face shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like
Catch
it.
one, pussy.
Yep.
Yep.
Fucking do better.
Yeah.
You suck.
But what we should do,
Figure it out.
I like that.
you know what we should
Just-
do, though? Is create a Voltron.
A Voltron?
Do you know Voltron?
No.
I don't know
What are you
Voltron.
talking
I don't
about?
know Voltron either.
That's
Voltron?
Voltron's like an old like cartoon that came around and like these
Sounds
little
like
guys.
a Transformer thing.
Yeah, they came together. Bum, 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 bum. So we could have Van Damme, Klon, Ultimate Warrior. Could be like the legs.
And make our own cartoon.
Yeah. No, it like turns into like a giant robot and out of nowhere.
Orange peels everywhere.
Yeah, I mean it would be like Orange
They would
Crush.
win every Bass Derby ever to exist.
Oh, it's you combined all of those things.
Oh. No. You're done.
It's game over. Yeah. It's all the forces that exist today. I mean, I'll be honest though, they might lose to some Japanese fishermen though. Like,
They probably
No,
be honest.
they
I mean,
probably- they
yeah,
probably
still even that. Like,
Yeah.
those guys are fucking ninjas, and I
Oh, yeah,
respect them. Dude.
They are. Yep.
Well, yeah, Trump, he'd ban them.
This is Will Pappa with CNN News.
And yeah.
What? No, you didn't
That
say
was some
that.
CNN That was some CNN shit.
Well, yeah, it
That was a
was,
soundbite.
but it was good.
It's a good soundbite. Yeah. No, that's CNN worthy.
I mean, those guys
How
are
much the
pretty
Clintons pay you for that fucking little ripper there, dude?
awesome. Right,
Little
fella?
ripper.
Willie,
below-
Willie, we got to talk about, have you shown the camera yet?
What's that? Oh, my toothy?
Yeah, dude. Give him a good cheese.
Give him a good little,
It's a fucking.
yeah. What happened there, bud?
Well, you know.
What happened to your face, bud?
So, like, back in 1985, the Chicago Bears, I don't know if you guys know this.
No. I wasn't even born.
What?
Fucking 93, baby.
Okay. Well, some of us might have been bored, but the greatest team of all time won the Super Bowl. Right?
Sure.
So 5 years later, 5-year anniversary, they had a jousting contest in Chicago. You had to jump on an ostrich.
I haven't heard this story yet. This is the first time I'm hearing it, too. This is the first time I'm hearing it.
Hold on, Willie. Fuck. What? Okay.
This is
1985, Chicago Bears.
Greatest-
Something about riding an ostrich?
No. First of all, 1985, greatest Super Bowl team of all time. Greatest defense, you know. Badass people.
Ditka.
So,
Ditka.
yeah, Ditka.
Get the Bears.
Singletary, Peyton.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
No, I
whatever.
remember at least. Thanks, Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Bulls, Bears.
So then we
Polish
go-
sausage.
5 years later, they had a jousting pot, like this ostrich thing. You had to like jolt someone off a freaking ostrich. My dad's like, "Get on this thing."
How old
So-
were you?
I guess I'm 11 years old, 12 years old.
What did he say, 85?
Yeah, he's 11 or 12. You're way older than I thought. You don't age as bad as I thought.
I know. I look pretty good.
You do. You do.
So I jumped on this ostrich, and I run down, and this mean man standing there. He's got a pool cue right at my head, and I go for like the swinging aspect versus this.
Are you guys like jousting?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
They're just-
downtown Chicago, right in the middle of it. Guy hits me right in the lip.
No wonder you're so fucked up, Willie.
Why?
I'm just kidding. That's
So,
crazy.
My tooth goes out one side, other tooth goes out the other side. One lands in Lake Michigan. I'll tell you that story in a minute. But I land on the ground, a little dazed and confused. But that guy's, he's hurting.
You got him.
Yeah, I got him good. He knocked me
So,
out.
you were hitting, he was joisting?
Yeah.
That doesn't even
so-
seem fair.
Yeah.
So he won.
You had the high ground, I guess.
So
But-
he won, but
yeah,
you,
mine was the cheap shot.
yeah,
and I took it.
you were 12.
And you lost,
Yeah.
your,
Who's this
and you
guy?
lost your teeth.
He was like 50.
How is that not assault?
I don't know, but
In what age could you be 50 years old, knock a kid's teeth out?
and my
Did he go to jail? Like,
my ostrich only had 2 feet, 2 toes, not 3.
was he on an ostrich too?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It was
Love it.
ostrich versus ostrich.
Yeah.
In what age is a 50-year-old allowed to joust a 12-year-old, knock his teeth out, and not go to jail? That's what I'm wondering. I guess Chicago, we play by different rules.
Yeah.
It's the streets, baby.
Yeah.
It's
so,
Chicago, north side.
So
Chicago.
Something like that.
Yep.
I went home.
People die every day there. It's a pretty scary place.
My mom and dad.
Ostriches.
Ostrich
Ostrich
fighting,
fucking
jousting.
ostrich.
Shit,
My mom
yeah.
and dad went to Walgreens and bought these like dentures. They shoved them in there for a couple years. Then I got married to my wife, who's a very beautiful lady, and takes care of my family very well. See all these thumbs up.
Great girl.
Yep, she's awesome.
Sounds like
And
a superhero.
she is a superhero. I would have put her in the top if we had top 3. I put Warrior, Trump, and then her.
Oh. Yeah,
But
there you
A
go.
lot of guys don't pick their like that in the boat with them, so that's impressive.
no, but like I would have put her in there because she would have like known how to poison people because I think she's tried. But
So teeth, yeah. So your parents shoved some shit ass teeth in you, some
Yeah,
some
Walgreens.
George Washington
Yeah.
wooden choppers, so to speak.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So then, I made a few years, and everyone's like, "Oh, you look like a billy goat." I'm like, "Well, my name's Will." I'm like, "You can't have a billy goat named Will."
Yeah.
It's a willy goat. That's kind of bad,
Yep. Yep.
So my mom got me these fake ones. And then the other day, I was sitting at home. My wife, beautiful lady as she is, made me this delicious egg sandwich. It was like deviled egg, like delicious. I took a bite into it. Tooth out.
Yeah. Well, I don't personally, but
Well, yeah, no.
I know
but-
what you mean.
Yeah, it fell out. So then she's like, I heard the only way you can get back into the game is you go to midget wrestling.
So you have to get your teeth back.
Yeah.
You have to joust
No.
again.
No, wrestle.
Now,
Well,
now you're midget wrestling.
So we went from jousting on an ostrich
Yep.
to get the teeth knocked out, and now he's missing one, so he has to wrestle a midget to get it back. Is that what I'm?
That's what I picked up on.
And
that.
I think they prefer the term vertically challenged, just to be honest with you, but we'll go with midget wrestling. Fuck it.
Oh, no. There's
Yeah.
like the big league of ballers. Have you
Okay.
seen that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. It's a good league.
Sounds like it. I literally. Where the fuck are we? What
am-
planet are we on right now? Is it Uranus?
Well, you're the
We're
one
out
that-
there right now.
Is it Saturn?
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
So that's what's going to happen now. Is we're going to get a new one.
A new one. Well, where do the midgets come in?
Wrestling.
Oh shit, boys, boys.
Hey, see that
How
first
good
star?
is this?
You see that first star
Oh yeah.
right over there?
Yep.
So, like, what's one new bait that you guys have picked up, let's say, over the last season? I know you got something.
Yeah. Yeah. The Bell's Gill was a big staple in my
How do you rig
Arsenal.
that fucking thing?
um.
That's what I want to know.
I'm not. I got one way that did really good last year that I'm not even going to talk about right now yet. But there's not. There's
Get
not.
a lot out of them. I need you to pull.
Yeah, the only guy that knows about it is Aaron, the guy that I fished on Tonka with, McGraw. But I did really good on it. I mean, I haven't found a way you can't fish that bait wrong.
I agree.
I-
what I'm trying to figure out is
Texas
how not
rig,
to tear it.
Texas rig, Carolina rig.
Yeah.
I mean, drop shot, if you will. I mean,
You like that little one? The little gill.
I
drop
haven't.
shot?
I haven't thrown the little one yet. I've got a couple of them, but I haven't really messed around with that one yet. But what is it? The 3.8. 3.8 is kind of the majority that I throw.
Oh fuck! I actually have some right here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, fucking. Yeah, it's a gill. That's a shad.
Yeah, 3.8. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to screw lock seems to be the only way to rig them without tearing them.
Okay.
The screw lock hook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like screw lock hook, and you're
Not with that one. That's drop shot. I don't
with
catch
like
'em
a
on this
weighted
one.
on it.
Yeah, like a weighted
Yeah.
screw lock.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. I like them on a C rig. I just tear them so much. That's my
They
problem.
tear easy.
They do.
They do.
They catch them.
Yeah.
That's been like the biggest craze coming out. Get all these gill baits and
Oh,
stuff.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I think they still
Well,
got the
it's-
best one though.
It's
sure.
something that the northern part of the country is needed for a long time. You know what I mean? An actual bluegill imitator.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's always been shad and perch and you know what I mean? But an actual like sunfish, a bluegill, you know, those what we've kind of been needing around here.
Right.
So.
You fuck with any gill baits?
No.
That's fine.
What do you mean? You throw the what's the one swim bait that you throw? The Dream Smasher one. You throw
Yeah, I do.
you throw that Dream Smasher one a little
Yeah.
bit.
That top
Yep.
hook one?
Yeah.
Yeah. The gill shaped one?
Yeah.
Like the
like
the
that
little
one?
guy.
I do. That's a good bait, to be honest.
yeah.
You just drag it on the bottom or?
I just kind of huck it around like.
Yeah.
I would say, we've all changed our philosophy, right? Because we're all started off fishing 5 fish tournaments. And it would be awesome to fish them all again with all the same guys, right? Because, Fig and you guys are all awesome, and we grew up together doing the same stuff. But, these, tournaments where you catch all the bass that you can catch, you can't do that same stuff, right?
No, I mean, but we all still do. I mean, both the tournaments. We still do the catch, weigh, release, and then we still do the 5, 6.
Right,
I mean,
right,
I'm
right.
still doing the Denny's and any
Right,
other.
but if you were at a
tournament we can
Denny's
jump
and you
in.
caught 2 fish all day, you'd be super happy.
Dude, I literally just noticed he's wearing fucking shorts.
I don't think Will owns pants.
I just noticed that, dude.
It's
What the
fine.
fuck? It's January.
You didn't know? Yeah.
It's nice out.
It's not nice out. Are you cold yet? Do you need me to fucking turn it up?
No.
Okay. I'm turning it up anyway. I'm fucking a little cold. I'm bundled, dude.
Yeah, he does not own pants.
But, you know what I'm saying? You can go through the chicken for 700 casts in a day and win a derby. You go catch 500 bass in a day on a jig worm and win the derby. It's
Oh,
You can do it both ways.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Seems like Champs Tour, you can't chicken them that way, though.
No,
Right?
no.
So that's kind of your point. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that versus the every fish counts. It's like
Yeah, it's
like wearing shorts year round,
Exactly. Yeah. You can win a derby throwing a chicken, getting 4 or 5 bites a day, and you can throw a jig worm, a drop shot, catching 10
Wiggle
times
wart.
as many bass, but still win a derby. doing the
Wiggle
same
wart.
thing. Whatever. Yeah. Any
think
night.
about when we first started, right? It was, it still is. You go up, show it up at a boat dock. Didn't matter versus the Champions Tour. You had Dino, Liferman, Teddy, Bradley, you guys, Austin's dad. There's a lot of guys that fished a lot of lakes and kicked a lot of ass,
Oh, absolutely.
And now it's like you get up north, there's a whole bunch of guys that kick a lot of ass. Cizik, you can go down the list up there.
Caesar kicks a lot of ass up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
That guy's a
He does
badass.
Yeah, I like Caesar.
Super nice guy,
Great
too.
dude.
Yep.
Yep.
Super nice
Great
guy.
dude. Room
All
with
you
him.
guys.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, you too.
You know what
buddy.
I'm saying? Like,
oh, for sure, dude. A lot of good people in the galaxy.
Yeah.
A lot of good people up north. Up north there, I actually noticed especially, like, really nice people, really nice
Great guys
camaraderie.
up there.
I fished a
Good
deal
dudes.
with Walls up on Gull, late fall, mid-fall. And go to weigh-in, and it's just, everybody's just very,
Yeah.
like, together, like very community oriented. And I guess Champs Tour kind of is like, I feel like we all,
It's
I don't know,
pretty.
maybe it's because I get along with
No,
them.
it's pretty
I'll
close to
try
that. Yeah, there's a lot of.
I mean,
everybody's
like,
pretty close.
I guess it's not as tight, but
No, but there's a lot of. I don't feel like there's any real beef between anybody in the Champs Tour. You know what I mean? I mean, I
I'm
think
aware
it's
of.
no. Like I think it's very clean. And
but I mean, like, you remember back in the day, you used to have the guys that would, like if I broke down, you'd be out there helping me fix
you'd be
up.
there in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's still the same way. I
Yeah.
mean, but, it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
Those guys they might have all the parts and whatever, but they get in at 9 o'clock at night. Where if you broke down at 1 o'clock, you're like, hey, I need some help. We'd all be in there helping,
Yeah.
like, clean it up. You
Yeah.
know? I don't know. I mean, I think the tournaments are awesome. But you got the northern guys that I think are kick-ass. You guys.
I'm a northern guy.
Why? I think
You ain't a northern guy.
I'm kind of like mid.
Yeah, you're like a
Like,
mid.
like in the,
You're like
I'm in fucking Egypt out here, dude.
you're more like a fucking western guy.
That's the worst.
Central. I'd take Western. Yeah, I'll take Western.
You're definitely western.
You got P?
No, those things are hurting my ears.
I understand.
And they don't even really sound that good. I mean, it sounds like...
I'll work on the headphones. I got.
Well, they
I
sound
got it.
good now. I must not have had them on before. But, like, you got, like, Nichols and,
Oh, yeah.
like, those guys that are kick-ass out here.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to the
He's a
southern...
western guy.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's been kicking ass out here for
But, like,
100%.
a long time.
You got,
He's
like-
about an hour down that way.
Dino and, like, those guys that no matter where you go... I'll put Fig in that mix. Cause
Oh, Metro guys.
Oh, you can't.
You're in
put,
that
You
mix.
can't
You
put
guys
me
are
in
city
with
folks.
You can't put me in with Dino. I mean, Capper family's been around.
Oh,
for
no.
fucking
But you know what I'm
100
saying.
years.
But, like...
that level caliber of angler, though. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
sure.
regardless, you can't.
maybe not the family history, but the caliber of angler.
So,
Yeah, you're a Wrangler.
Wrangler,
Wrangler.
Denham James.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you
Mm-hmm.
get down to the south, and you got Noah and Tim and...
Crampet's kid now is coming up. a
Crampets,
little bit.
yeah.
He's a good
he's
kid.
a
I
little
like that.
stud.
I like
Hell
that.
yeah.
I like him too. He's a nice kid.
Good shit. Yeah.
But, like,
The caliber of fishing is gotten really good. I mean, the thing is, I don't think it's getting more noticed now.
I feel like everybody's just getting better every year.
Yeah,
I fish
so
against,
like
you know?
it's kind of like wasn't really. There's only a few guys you would talk about way back in the day. You know what I mean? Like a couple guys that would really shine. Like, I mean, if you look back in the day, it'd be who are you talking about? You were talking about Shane Raveling. You were talking about the Capras.
You.
Yeah, there were a couple other guys.
Figgy
you
and
talk about.
Fighter.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
When
no.
you
Like
guys
I'm
came out
saying,
my
even
way,
I'm
fucked
even
'em
saying
up.
before. I'm even saying before that. Like,
Yeah.
and then also Newman was kind of.
Yeah, Newman had some years.
Yep. Newman had
Newman's
some years.
probably
and then,
one
and-
of the badass.
you know what I
like-
mean? But
yeah,
like,
dude.
there weren't like that many. But like now that we're like into it and like actually talking, like you can actually go through certain parts of the state and be like we just went over. No, the northern, the south, like all over. You're like, well, there's that many.
I will name.
There's that many guys that are that good all over. But back in the day, it was kind of, it
was more regional.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So I mean, there's that many guys that are getting that good at fishing now.
It seemed like you had 2-3 guys in each part, right? Like you go to
Like
Alexandria, you got your Putnam, your fucking
the putties,
putty,
for sure.
Your Petron, your whatever, in that
river
area.
rat guys.
Yep. You go down the river, it's freaking Hames or whoever it
and
might
Hawk
be.
and
Hawk and Stout and Laufenberg.
Laufenberg. He's a fucking good kid.
Old school days, you had like Tom Whitehead was fucking
badass.
Hammer up north. Most tournament anglers and guides are not covered fully or properly. Most insurance policies don't cover exposure due to tournaments and guiding. Taking the chance of using the wrong insurance gives the insurance company an out when settling a claim. How will the insurance company know that you're fishing tournaments or guiding? Well, social media is their number one resource. And guess what? They use it. Lake Country Insurance offers one of the only products that can cover both tournament and guiding use in your vessel. Anglers don't seem to hesitate spending $50,000 to $100,000 for a boat. Why risk that large asset, all because you wanted to save a few extra shekels? Are you nuts? Call the folks at Lake Country Insurance today and make sure you have the proper coverage for your boat before the unexpected happens. Call 612-285-3113 today or visit their website, lcisagency.com. That's lcisagency.com. Are you ready to reel in your next home purchase or refinance? Supreme Lending's Dream Team can help guide you through the entire mortgage process, from pre-qualification to closing. They have a wide variety of home loan programs in their tackle box, including down payment assistance and first-time homebuyer options. Just ask me. I trusted Aaron Dagas, a bass fisherman just like you and me, and Supreme Lending's Dream Team to help finance my first home. Contact Aaron Dagas and the Dream Team today by scanning the QR code or giving them a call at 763-326-0677. That's 763-326-0677. Did I catch a 7 in there? Or visit their website, aarondages.supremelending.com. That's AARONDAEGES.supremelending.com.
Jimmy.
And now it seems like the number of those people in each area has just...
It's multiplied.
Tripled, quadrupled.
Yeah.
Like,
It
now
totally
you got
is.
Novaks, you got Willards, you got...
I mean, you got...
But
you
how
guys-
about this?
You got people that you didn't... Not like putting anybody down, but like thought that didn't have a chance, but are legit anglers now. I mean, they're just all good. I mean, there's a lot of good anglers these days now, and it's really hard.
But if
The
you had
competition's gotten really stiff.
Well, then you got like them Fothergills that just like skipped us.
What happened to them? Like, what?
Dude, that kid's the real deal.
That dude is legit.
But how
and
about-
he just
skipped it. Like,
and he's gonna be like, I had what he had something in his brain or something like that, and he was in surgery.
I don't want to
No,
say anything, but he was really close to dying.
Exactly.
Like-
and the dude comes back and then goes and wins
The bracket.
to go and then to make it to the classic. That's next caliber stuff right there. That, like, congrats to you, Father Gill, because you're a badass dude.
He is a badass dude, and
Great.
what's really unique about him, I think, compared to anybody else we fished against up here, is his experience down south, and he can dominate down there. Like he was telling me,
He's been dominating more down there than he has up here. And
over
he's still,
break. He
Yeah.
told me we've been jumping into every derby on Lay Lake because, and they won I think every derby they fished on
Yeah.
that lake the whole month of December.
Yeah,
Like-
that's legit.
So like as far like herring lakes, tidal fisheries, like
Yep.
and then really good with scope, but also knows when the fuck to put it down. And just a really intuitive angler that knows how to use all the tools in his toolbox. And
Yep.
So like,
I'm excited to see what that kid can do.
Oh, you kidding?
Let's-
I'm excited for that.
I
too.
would like to see a tournament up here or wherever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be in Minnesota because you got a lot of knowledge with the best people. Dino, Liferman, like all those guys, Murtham, Scala, all those guys are fucking badass.
You can't even name all the people, right?
Yeah, right? So, like, go to a lake in Illinois or Nebraska or South Dakota someplace, right? No graphs, no nothing. Let's go fishing. See what happens.
I love that. Yeah, that's
Do you
cool.
know how badass that would be? Because I'm telling you right now.
I love it when Randy Blockett joins the conversation. Thank you, Willie.
Why?
Willie Blockett?
Why? Is that what he does?
No, he's just super anti-scope. Like
I hate
all
anti-
that
yeah,
shit.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
Totally.
Blockett. Oh shit,
I
love
hate
it.
that shit.
Hey, you can hate it.
I don't like it.
Hey, don't
You
hate the
guys-
player, hate the game.
You guys fucking all love it. I love it.
I don't love it yet, but I don't like. I'm not
Oh,
like.
you're
Are you like?
good at it.
You're like ban it. No, I'm getting better, but I'm like nothing compared to like. Oh, I'm
Austin.
learning, dude. I'm no Austin at it. No, fuck no. He showed me some shit on it.
Me?
You're pretty good at it too.
I am not
You're
a
graphs.
scoper. I am not
But you're
a
pretty
scoper.
good at your graphs, though.
I'm good at my I am good at my graphs, but I am not. Last year was the first year I had live on my boat, and honestly, I was just beginning to figure it out at the end of the year. But I am not a scope. You know that I am not. I'm not. I'm.
But you're
I
not
like-
like me either. You're
I'm a visual guy. I'm a very what I'm looking at is what I'm casting at, kind of not just on the bank kind of stuff, but like, you know, whether it's deep grass or whatever.
I
I'm
would like
fishing.
to see.
But I'm
what
not a
these
scoper.
yo-
I only probably caught maybe 10 fish off my scope this year.
I don't
That's
even
how
turn
much
the
I don't
fucking-
throw it.
my graphs on.
I need to get better at it, but I'm not a scoper.
But like, and I'm not saying this a bad way because I totally I wish all of them would come fish with me. Is like the young guys that can go out there and graph a lake for 5 days, 2 days, whatever.
2 days, the best ones, dude, in 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we show up and we're like, there's a point, there's a dock, there's a weed patch, there's some lily pads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not knocking anyway because
No, I respect it.
I think it's great. I do. And I wish I could learn from 'em, but I can't because like I can't do it.
Well, then you're right.
Well,
You know, it's like
there's
but-
not a right or wrong way to do it either. You know what I mean? It's
You could
all
use it to
fucking-
structure fish. You could use it to make sure you land your lure where you need it to if you're offshore. You could use it
Yeah.
to make sure the grass line ends where you think it does. You can use it to make sure the boulder's there. You
Right.
can use it to find a brush pile. You don't even need you don't even need a video game off of it, but you can use it to make what I like is you can use it to make the right cast.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, mostly what I used it for until later this season, where I've really like tried a video game a little bit more because I think it's a tool in the tackle box. Is all I'm saying. It's not
Oh,
the
it
answer.
totally is.
It's not the answer.
it's
but
not the answer in
but you can't do everything with a hammer. You can't do everything with just a drill. You can't do everything with just a wrench. You can't do it. You know, same thing.
not-
And I think that's the misconception about it.
Oh, totally.
It's not the answer for a 5-fish derby.
Well, John Cox can do it without it, so I think, you know what? I think you make a point, Willie, and there's something to be said about intuition. It just sucks. Seemed like last year, if we're talking like the Elite Series, it wasn't a year for those intuition guys as much. Even John Cox, even Seth Feider, even Greg Hackney. Like
it's turning into a scoping game.
But
it's crazy,
that's what's
and it's its own fuck. I have a lot of respect for them. Good, it's not an easy thing. Like people think scoping's easy.
No, it's not.
If we've learned anything from the Elite Series this past season, it's not that easy.
No.
Yeah, but I agree. And then you go up into what they think they're gonna scope up in the northern lakes. The guys that go fishing are going to be the guys that are going to win those northern derbies.
Not as of last year, Willie. Those are pure scoping derbies.
Majority of the northern guys are scoping guys, man.
You're not going to catch 3 days of smallmouth on Leech Lake.
Okay, so what you're saying when they
You
come up
never
to
know.
Leech, if Father Gill has anything to say about it, I'm guessing there'll be some scoping.
It'll be.
But I can also see Tuma scraping in some mixed bag.
I agree with you.
Oh no, like there's
some greasy largies.
I'll tell you one thing about Leech
smallies or whatever.
About Leech Lake. There's the top 10. That's actually kind of cool because we were just talking about Tuma earlier tonight too. I feel like that derby. It's going to be 50-50. There's going to be 5 guys that are straight scoping. And there's going to be 5 guys that are going to be what Tuma's doing, and he's going to be a smallmouth, largemouth guy. He's going to be He's going to be scraping after both of them, and you know what I mean. I feel like it's going to be a smallmouth, largemouth, couple guys, and then straight scoping, straight smallmouth, couple guys. Straight largemouth fishing out there now is good, but it's not getting you into the caliber anymore. Smallmouth are bigger out there now. Yeah, that's just what it's just what it is now. I mean, there might be 1 or 2 guys that does it straight largemouth fishing. I don't think there is going to be.
No.
But you know what I mean? It's going to be.
No.
I just don't see it.
I think 100% it's going to be.
You know what I mean? It's going to be straight scoping guys, and then either smallmouth and then smallmouth, largemouth guys that are going to be scraping both.
I think that
for Father Gill's sake, we're gonna leave this at that because I don't want to jinx the kid, but he's got that lake fairly hacked, in my opinion.
I believe it. I wouldn't want to go against that guy in that lake.
Not on that lake.
No. I've only got like 4 days of my life out there. I don't even know much about that lake. I've got a couple nice little areas, but other than that, I don't know anything about that lake.
Know what's cool about that kid? I kicked his butt on Leech the first time we fished there when smallies were allowed.
Okay.
But you know what that kid did after that?
Destroyed you.
He fucking made sure he destroyed everybody on Leech the rest of his life.
Yeah. He's like, that's not.
Do you know
that's not happening?
That's
again.
what I like. Ultimate Warrior and Donald Trump mixed together.
I think there's way too many people that they're missing out on, and I think the largemouth will come into play.
Oh, they will.
I think the largemouth will win it.
There's no fucking way.
No.
There's no fucking way.
Okay.
No,
there's no fucking way.
Yeah, there's no way on that.
I'll put 20 with each of you, and I'll give you my 20.
20? I got a hundo.
I'll go a hundo.
I got a hundo, but I don't need it.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. We can all square up wherever, but we know.
Hundy?
Sure.
Look, okay, so we need to make sure we have the line square on
100.
this.
I got a hundo on. So
only
you're saying
largemouth.
Largemouth are going to win Leech
Only
Lake.
largemouth. Are you saying that only largemouth, the guy's going to weigh largemouth over all 3 days?
Yep.
Just largemouth.
Could happen.
I'm not saying it couldn't. I'm saying I'd put $100 on that. It doesn't, though.
So let's just put
we got 20 on it. 20, 20, 20.
Okay.
We're smallmouth, you're largemouth.
Yep.
I'm smallmouth or mixed bag. Like, that's all we have to be.
Exactly.
He's just all in on the largies.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the guy that goes out there and it's blowing 25 miles an hour every day. and it switches around, and you guys know it. You can't find those smallmouths when they're fucking.
I agree, but I know someone who can. That's why I'll know where to put my $20.
That's fine. That's fine. But
I feel like I'm insider trading.
I'll take the guy that's going to go up there and find
You
some.
should not take this bet.
Find some milfoil patch.
At least I warned him.
Huh?
I agree with you. Largemouth, I think, will factor in. I think I agree with what Figgy said.
All right, we got a pee break soon.
All right, pee break.
Might have a water.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if you're going to drive down a lake, you're going to say, well, who am I going to pull over to, and they're going to have something good in the cooler? Who are you going to pick?
Chapman.
That's a good one.
Chapman. James Chapman.
He's got good stuff in the cooler?
Fuck yeah.
What has he got?
I can't say.
No, like sandwiches. Like, if I was, like, dead hungry, I wouldn't go to all my friends. I wouldn't go to Fig. I wouldn't go to Buff. I wouldn't go.
Buff doesn't have good snacks? I feel like he'd have
No,
decent
he's
snacks.
got no snacks either.
Peters, I feel like.
Yeah,
have
Peters
good
would
food
have,
in
like,
the boat.
sandwiches
Buffy's
wrapped
got
up.
good snacks in
I
his
bet he
boat.
does. Yeah.
No, he
He's
doesn't.
got kids, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like
No,
if you got
Buff-
kids, you like
Buff's
snacks.
got the worst snacks.
Who do you go to?
I don't know. This is what I'm asking.
You don't. Nobody has good snacks in the boat. Everybody's a freaking.
I just suffer.
Yeah.
Like like I leave it to
I'll get
myself. Like I'm like fuck. If
but
I,
it's never enough.
no. Like I'm just like
Grinding through granola bars. Or
Yeah.
Fucking...
Well, let's think about this. Who?
Yeah.
should
We do need to know. I feel like Sobe would have. I feel like.
Yeah,
Sobe would be
kinda,
a good one.
He always has snacks like at the
Yeah,
beginning of
he-
his YouTube videos and stuff. Like
Yeah, he looks.
he's got
kinda-
Casey's like locked down.
Yep.
I also feel like Chad Smith's mom might pack him good snacks. I feel nothing but love for that man, but I feel like his mom might pack him some good snacks.
Well, Aussie's mom used to pack.
I bet Austin's mom packed some snacks.
She had.
She still does.
But she had great sandwiches, and then there was always hard-boiled eggs in there.
Oh yeah.
So, like, if you're ever hungry, hard-boiled eggs don't go bad.
I mean, maybe after a couple of days.
No, they're boiled. They go forever.
Yeah, they go for a couple weeks.
But, like-
They're good.
Let's just say you're running down the St. Croix. Or, well,
Yeah, St. Croix.
yeah, St. Croix.
We'll be doing that.
St.
Yeah,
Croix.
so, like,
Let's talk about it. Yeah,
so
food for that.
I didn't put a chuck wagon in the no nut bar, no fucking good stuff. Dots.
Oh, some dats, pretzels.
I mean, if I needed a White Claw or a High Life, I knew where I'm going to stop.
I like them peanut butter pretzels, to be honest with you.
Oh, those are pretty good.
Yeah, if you catch me with the tub of those, which is like 40% of the time.
Oh, I got mine number one.
What?
Timmy Schrader's going to have a sandwich.
Actually, yeah, Timmy, I feel like, has got that food on lock. He's a good cook from what I've heard. He
Yeah,
smokes meat.
he's going to have like a bologna sandwich with like cheese, and it's going to look good, and he's going to hand it to you. You know what I mean?
You look like Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead. Has anyone ever told you that?
But I would give you food. I don't even have any good food in my boat ever.
No, you don't.
No, you don't, Willie.
Yes, I do.
Is there a secret kitty
You've
spot?
you've
Where you
always
keep
got
the
like
kitty food?
you get like peppers and like
You guys have not paid
Jalapenos.
attention at all to what happens in the kitty.
No.
What happens in the kitty? Peeling. So there's always
Clementines. It's clementines in the
you
kitty.
got, so you got oranges in the kitty.
in the kitty.
Mandarin? Are you doing the mandarin or
Why? It
fucking
matters what-
tangerines?
It
Or
matters what kind of bass we're catching. You know, like if there's like
Champs Tour getting the clementines and the,
yeah, the little
You getting
cuties,
the
ABCs
little ones or
getting
the
the-
big
the
ones?
little cuties.
Oh yeah, I like the
cuties?
cuties, dude.
Yep.
What are you looking at me like that for, Willie?
Well, I don't know. So you guys should probably start putting sandwiches in there. So when I see you on the river, I could pull up and be like, "Hey, I'm hungry."
You know who like is the best like mom at like keeping me fed?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Ron?
No. Well, yes, sometimes, but Dane.
Oh, really?
Dane. Yeah.
He's a big
he's
dude, though.
he's a culinary artist.
True.
He's
a
always
big
cooking.
dude.
He's got me on so many dinners. He'll bring like a little freaking grill if we're sleeping in the truck or something. He'll just fucking whip out a grill and start. How many burgers you want, Teal? Like, it's clutch.
Yep.
But I don't know if he brings a ton in the boat besides like leftover shit he cooks up. Like he's kind of savage like that. He'll just throw like a fucking turkey leg in the boat, and, like, you know. So I don't know if he's the guy you want to visit. You can get a half-eaten
Peters
turkey
has always
leg,
got
but
good food in this boat.
Peters is a.
Peters.
He's got sandwiches. He's got lettuce, mayo.
It's like, how much you want, bud? How much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Dino's got that too. Because he wants like
How many you want?
Yeah, Dino's probably got like a
How many you want? Well, I got some over here.
All right, what do we need to go to?
I want to go interplanetary.
Just keep getting into it.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to go to a new dimension.
Okay.
Because yes, new dimension.
Bass mouth that looks like a porn star.
I don't know how. I don't know a porn star. I don't know really any porn stars. Even off the top of my head. I feel like this is its
Bass
own.
mouth.
Well, you told me to go.
Like his questions are like a riddle, and once we like solve the riddle, then we get the question.
So that's what it was. It was bass mouth porn star.
Yeah. I got nothing, dude. I feel like we need to go one dimension further.
Pamela Anderson.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Baywatch. Yeah.
Yeah, Baywatch would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it?
If they brought that back,
Well, don't you think that like
modern day.
the
David
first year
Hasselhoff.
of Leech Lake when they needed the Baywatch to be out there? Well, you guys were there.
I'm not.
I've seen
They filmed Baywatch on Leech Lake, is what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Austin,
They filmed Baywatch on Leech Lake.
Yeah.
Is what in
In
English?
in
English, motherfucker.
in
Do you
Aus-
speak it?
Austin was in a little one of those tights with David Hasselhoff.
Austin wasn't even fucking born yet when this shit was going on.
One dimension further.
Well, what dimension we gonna go now?
Okay, what is it?
Well, I can't say it loud. I know that everything's allowed here, but
It is. I appreciate you saving our editing time.
yeah.
Right.
Means a lot.
No. All right, so let's hook up some of these lights up here. Let's talk about this. Let's hook up these lights on this fucking boat.
No.
You will look like a fucking stud if you rolled out there with that thing bouncing around.
Bouncing?
That light right there would bounce.
Yeah,
Really?
you're taking that light and you're going to show me on the kitty when you're fucking shamooing across something.
And we'll go.
Willie, I'm just wondering what fucking planet you're from.
Parts
What
unknown.
galaxy?
Dude, I feel like he's not from Earth.
Have we
just
had
saying.
fun?
That's all we've had, Willie. That's all we have.
I
That's all
actually-
Willie has.
I actually
Had a
had
good
a
night.
lot of fun.
Willie has one level, and that's fucking fun.
I can't have the fucking high life. All right, I can.
Good night, boys.
This is real. I'm
We're
just
gonna
waiting.
have one good conversation left.
I know we do. We have time for one. We're 2 hours in only.
I'm not going anywhere.
I just want to hear. Yeah,
So what
I want to hear a wild story.
about what?
Anything.
Like, let's pick a topic.
Maybe you can help with the story that he could tell. That's fucking.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying anything.
I'm not saying shit. I don't know.
I'm not saying. I'm not dabbling.
My stories are untouchable for his.
Yeah. No,
for
I'm not
him.
gonna. I'm not.
That's
no.
the problem. Is you're past the line, over the line.
Yeah, once in a while I've done that, but we tried to reel that thing in like a giant smallmouth on a evergreen lure, driving a Vexus boat in a wave point supply habitat.
I don't know how you sell a fucking wrench, Willie. No, do you listen to podcasts?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I listened to a couple of them.
Just in general? Podcasts in general? No. Not a podcast guy, typically? I get it.
No,
So
do you?
Certain ones. I'm pretty picky about them.
Your own?
I have to listen to my own to make sure we don't get canceled. Fucking, if I didn't listen to this one, it's over for me.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
We didn't even say anything bad yet.
I'm fucking with you, dude. The only reason I listen to mine is because I have to, and I save Cole, who already does a lot, the editing time. So that's me doing my part. It's not because I love listening to my own voice, but I'm pretty numb to it now, which is nice, but it kind of sucked at first.
Your voice is pretty awesome.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. They said I've always had a face for radio, so that's good. And I appreciate that. And, you look like the modern-day Santa Claus, but a little more drunk.
Okay.
I'm just fucking with you, Jerry Garcia.
Yeah, I
I fucking love that beard. I fucking love that beard, Willie.
There's one thing I've learned over the years. There's only your good friends, right? So you always trust your good friends.
Yep.
And you work hard.
Yep.
And you do what's right.
Yep.
And you treat people the way you want to be treated.
This is some of the most coherent sentences I've ever heard out of Willie.
Very,
And
I love that.
now that I process that, that's like, it's really good life advice as well.
Well, you got good friends.
Yep.
You guys are all good friends. All my fishing friends have always been really good friends. My families and all that stuff's always been good.
It's starting to sound like a funeral now.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
Willie's always been a big family guy.
But
Always been a big family guy.
These things are really cool, and we all have a lot of fun, and everyone knows that I like to fuck around more than everyone else.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Bass clown over here.
My mom
We all know that.
my mom knows it, my wife knows it, my kids know it. I don't really give a fuck. I really don't.
That's what I love about you,
It's
Willie.
fun. It's fun shit, right?
Yep.
But who everyone sticks up for and hangs out with, and then that's the way life's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like this. It's the circle of the orange, right?
Yeah.
So back in the day, right?
Yeah.
This is my friend. I got a good friend right now. And, he woke up one day and he said, "God damn it, Willie. You know what? I got to be adult." I said, "Well, what happened to you, partner?" Friend. He's like, "I got to be adult today." I said, "Why do you have to be adult?" He's like, "Because I'm whatever years old." He's like, "And we've been peeling on it for years." I said, "Well, yeah, I know. We've been peeling on it for lots and lots of years." And he's like, "You got to tie it all together. You got to tie it together. It's like the universe."
Just been peeling on it, baby.
So he threw it out there.
Peeling.
And Peter saw the orange peels floating across the lake. So he said, "Willie," said, hang on, I need to chew for this.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, this is going to be a chew one.
Yeah.
He's like, hey.
I have a feeling where this is going.
He's like, you know, I don't know what's going on anymore. He's like, the world's just a bad place. I said, well, no, it's not. So you got your friends, your family, you know, your faith. Not that everyone believes in it, you know, but, you know, some people do.
To each their own.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone does.
A lot of cults and religions in the galaxy, you know?
Yep.
And nuns. And nuns.
I'll have to
And
tell you.
nunyas.
We'll have to have another show about my new religion I started.
I think that needs to come on right now.
No,
that's another one.
Once you finish this story,
Yeah.
but
when you hear about...
he said,
Willie's new religion.
Love it.
he's like, yeah, I agree with you.
Hey guys, Gaff with Waypoint English Supply here. Just wanted to highlight the fact that we have the big bass resource right here. Obviously, everybody in Minnesota knows about Kitex and the littler swim baits like these bait labs here. But we're here to have the big baits here in the store. We got Huddlestons, we've got the dangerous swim baits, the jointed claw glide baits, and the bull shooter glide baits. But it's not only the baits. We've got big rods, big reels, big line, and all that good stuff for you guys to go ahead and chase your biggest fish of your life. So swing on into Waypoint English Supply and get hooked up with the biggest tackle around.
This podcast is brought to you by my compadre, my tournament partner, my brother, and the best rod builder above the Mason-Dixon line, Vocelka Fishing and Customs. Specializing in custom fishing rods. That's right. Hand-built fishing rods, custom-made and tailored how you want, whether it's by length, action, specific technique, balance, or anything you want. Anything. Vocelka Fishing and Customs can build it. Mr. Vocelka also has a wide variety of rods to choose from, which we've had a lot of fun with, perfecting and testing. The most unique and famous rod developed at Vocelka Fishing and Customs is his custom marabou hair jig rod. Have you thrown the old Canadian dinner mint, the Harry Gary, the fighter fly, the old Thin Lizzy? If you have, then you know these little fluff balls can be hard to cast, especially at those key sizes as light as 1/16 of an ounce. Well, what if I told you you could cast that marabou jig 30 to 50% farther than you're casting it now? What if I told you you don't have to spook those shallow, skittish smallmouth? Well, with the custom hair jig rod from Vocelka Fishing and Customs, not only can you cast a lot further, but the way this rod loads up on a long cast is pure perfection. This balanced rod has the perfect backbone with a light action parabolic taper that keeps those fish pinned without breaking your line. Mr. Vocelka utilizes an 8-foot custom fly fishing blank converted to a spinning rod and couples it with premium guides leading up to custom fly guides that allow maximized casting distance and reduced line friction and blank slap, maximizing your overall performance, obviously. And we found this rod is not only perfect for marabou hair jigs, but for any light bait you need to cast far, including small swim baits, spy baits, and more. Any light bait you need to cast far, look no further than the Vocelka Fishing and Customs Hair Jig Special. So head on over to his website, vocelkafishing.com. That's VOCELKA fishing.com. And treat yourself to the custom hair jig rod or any custom rod you can dream up.
Like, it's all been good. It's like, yeah, I'm an old man. I said, I know. I said, well, oranges always grow on another tree.
They do?
They do. Have you ever seen an orange tree without an orange?
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you have an orange tree?
No, I don't.
Then you've never seen one without an orange.
Ooh. Whoa.
So then he's like, so what are we going to do next year? And I said, well, I don't know, partner. I said, we need to look in the mirror, say we're going to dominate some people. He's like, that sounds great.
Who is this partner?
Well, I don't know the partner. And he's like, well, let's wake up in the morning and figure it out tomorrow. And that's the greatest information I'm ever going to give you. Figure it out tomorrow.
Who was the partner that told you this?
My partner.
Who?
It's great advice.
Isn't
Or
it?
not.
Just figure it out tomorrow?
Figure it
Yeah.
out tomorrow.
Okay.
If you got a credit card,
Figure it out tomorrow.
hey,
Figure
can
it out
I have one
tomorrow.
of those finally?
You got one right
Yeah,
here.
right
Will.
I didn't like that one.
So this religion,
Oh my god, I got this.
we need it. Air it out.
This is a true statement.
This is a
So
this
growing
is a
up,
chance to get a following behind this if you're for real.
no, it was a
Well,
horrible
you got to give it to us now.
You said you just started it.
Yeah.
no. So when I was growing up as a kid,
It's a new religion.
No, hold on.
no, this is old religion.
Let him air it out.
Okay.
This is interesting.
So like one day, we grew up like all of us. So like dads did the same shit, worked hard. Moms were there, made dinner. Everyone sat around, and one day grandpa came over and my dad. They're like, hey, we're starting a religion. I'm like, this is awesome. I mean, wouldn't you be like, this fucking rocks?
I don't know. How old were you?
I don't know, probably like 10 or 11. I don't really.
Was this before or after you fell off the fucking ostrich, got your teeth knocked out?
Oh, I won that battle, remember?
Yeah. But I'm just asking, was this before or after that?
After.
Okay. So your teeth are missing, probably had a concussion at this point.
Yeah.
Like this, yeah. Like
So they're
okay.
like-
What kind? Anyway,
My
carry on.
grandpa's like, start a new religion. I'm like, well, I don't know if that sounds like the most fantastic thing in the world. My mom's like a Catholic school teacher.
So everybody was pretty Catholic before
Yeah.
this came about.
Yeah.
Okay.
He laid the Bible down, his Bible.
His
a
own?
Bible. Not a Bible. The Star Galaxy, show of it was so fantastic.
Sounds epic. I want did you keep any of the scripts? The scrolls?
Oh, yeah, I got it all.
Throw down some scrolls on this fucking shit.
And everyone's like, oh, this is awesome. I'm like, I love my family.
That happened?
Yeah.
Do you believe him?
I don't know what to believe. Yes, I
I
believe
feel like I
that.
believe that. It's that wild. It's that fucking out there.
I'll bring the Bible to one of we could have a show on it, and we could read some of
The scripts? Can we please?
I do.
Well, I don't
wanna
think the
do
script-
this.
Can we please?
I
I don't
wanna
think
do
the
For the
this.
love
script,
of
I don't
God.
think the script's gonna be nice.
I don't give a fuck. Some Stargate Galaxy religious bullshit? That sounds wonderful. Let's do
Yeah.
it. So, okay. So they bring this up to your family.
No, it was my family that brought it up to me.
How much? Your mom too? This is they started their own Stargate. Explain a little bit about what this is. Was it? Are we talking way the fuck out there from I understand the groundedness of Catholicism. You know what I mean? How far from that was it?
Well, let's say Mark McGuire steroid age.
Okay.
First home run,
Yep.
533.
Okay.
That far.
That's great.
What?
Yeah,
So then what?
well, the steroid age of Catholicism came into my whole family.
So so this new religion comes on,
Yeah.
and then do they create their own church.
Well, they tried to.
Okay. How'd they try to do that?
What happened then?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well,
Like what?
It failed fast.
Why? 'Cause
Like how many
thought
people?
they were
How many
crazy?
people got involved?
Oh, like everyone in my family. I mean, yeah. It was
So like 4 or like
Oh, like-
20 or
180.
100? Okay.
Big family.
So big family.
No, I'm just kidding. No, they thought they were gonna start their own like star religion. It was gonna be great.
Like, worship the stars.
Yeah, it's kind of like smallmouth fishing, you know.
No, I don't.
You go
Well-
out there in the middle of the night and you see that little sparkler sitting there, and it's like, boop, boop, boop. You can see his eyes. You know that's a big one. Catch it.
I get that, but at night? No, I don't do that at night, A. B, that does not answer the question that I asked, even remotely.
Doesn't come close
What?
to that. Yeah.
This is like the most fascinating story I've heard in a long time, and I want to know, like,
Our
what?
religion?
Yes,
Yes.
Willy. Yes.
Well, we should have a religion, and it should follow the Bible of the Pappas.
So, did they call it the Papa Bible?
No, they didn't.
What did they call it?
I don't remember. It was like
Human papilloma Bible?
it was pretty badass though.
But it lasted like what? 2 weeks?
I think it went a couple Christmases.
A couple years.
And then what? They just kind of fell out of it and went back to their old ways, or
Yeah, they went back to like just being like, yeah, all right, we're gonna take naps now, and we're not gonna tell you about our religion.
because you called bullshit, or
I didn't call bullshit. I thought it was awesome.
okay, you still follow? No.
But their religion?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You know, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, there's that star up there and it twinkles a little bit. That's the bass I'm going to go catch.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think maybe they're onto something, dude. Like energy. Like if you think about it, we're all made up of energy, positive and negative energy, and I think for all we know, God could be the universe. And if they were worshiping the stars, the universe, and I don't know, I'm not questioning religion. I'm just exploring the galaxy right now. But maybe they were onto something. Maybe they were onto something.
Well, I've always said that, like,
We've been all over all night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been there's no we've been up and down all night. Willie, give it to us.
what? Up and down what?
I'm just saying we've been up and down all night. There isn't a steady conversation we've held to all night.
That's okay.
And I love it.
There was supposed to be no,
There's no rules.
we were pretty behaved, though.
I wasn't saying you weren't. I think Figgy just wants you to finish the fucking religion story now.
All right, well,
Thank
let's
you.
fuck religion. Let's have one, and let's pitter patter. Let's get at her.
Oh, I wasn't saying end. I was saying continue the religion story.
I don't really fucking care about religion either.
Pitter fucking patter.
You fuckers, I love it. This has been so much fun. All right.
Damn you guys.
I think the fire pole was a good idea.
Great idea.
I just don't know if you're fucking with me on that religion part.
Don't
shit was
either.
so
I don't know what the
wildest,
fuck is going on.
Most fucked up shit I've ever heard. Is that true?
Yeah.
Come on.
My grandpa came up with his own religion. He wrote like the whole fucking thing. It was fucking
Like this
bad.
isn't like that you're legit about that?
Yeah. 100%. And it was fucking badass.
Dude, do you realize how like mind fucked we were? And how like we're like, what? Is he?
Like I'm still like mind fucked.
Do you know how
about it.
fun-
I don't even know what's going on right now.
Do you know how fun it is to go home once in a while? Because, like, when I go home,
Still a thing.
Yeah.
Carry on.
the shit that happens back home is, like, mind-boggling.
Okay, what the fuck happens back home?
Well, I mean, no.
They're like satanic rituals with the stars. Like, that's what I'm picturing. Oh, it's fucked up when I go home.
This shit is
When I go home,
fucking real.
Shit's wild.
Yeah.
No, no. Like, my mom's, like, the most Catholic, like, crazy person in the world.
Yep.
Which, I love her, but she's crazy. They all have to be crazy, right?
Oh, yeah, we're all crazy.
My uncle's, like, a senior father in the Catholic religion.
Were you talking about Catholicism this whole time, Willie?
No, but this is crazy. But then, like, my
I'm
dad,
more confused.
my
I know.
dad and my uncles
Yep.
literally started this, like, we're going to start our own religion.
That's fucking wild.
It was fantastic. Just so think about it. So you got all these, like, super, like, I'm not saying preppy, but, you know, proper Catholic people. Then we're sitting there at dinner. My grandpa's like, I want to tell you about my religion. I'm starting.
And how did that go? Like, what did he say?
Well, you're going to listen to my religion I'm telling you about.
Yep.
And he told you about it. And you're like, oh.
What did he tell you about it?
I mean, it was just like. It's kind of like a bottle rocket that you tried shooting at the lake. And it skipped a couple times. And then it went. Pew! And then the next one. Pew!
I get that. That it went pew pew, but I, like, what did he mean? But what do you mean by that?
That was his religion.
Was pew 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 pew.
Yeah.
Just
There's no way.
all over.
All right.
It's because you're not allowed to talk about it. That's what I'm getting at. This is like
Yeah.
he swarmed to freaking.
Yeah.
Like, this is some-
He can't talk about it.
No,
he can't.
this is some Illuminati shit,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it's good shit. Well, you guys can learn about it next year. What happened in that other football game? Did anyone figure it out? We gotta figure out if we want any money. Are we going to the bar and gonna get fucked up now or what?
Willie, I don't think that's happening.
Why?
I mean, there's some bars in town
why can't we do that?
because he's got.
We got a fucking.
We do. And I got beds inside.
We got the loft up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done wearing these fucking earmuffs. Fucking thing bothered me